Welcome to the fantasy audiobook. Survival for All. School Belle becomes my only partner. Chapter. Welcome to the world of Death Door. This is a real survival game. Failure will result in complete death. The night here is full of danger. Protect yourself. Of course, it is not absolutely safe during the day. Gia. Men and women are matched to survive and enjoy the fun brought by the other half. Gia. If you have any questions, please check How to Survive the Death Door World. In the universe, on a huge planet, the school bus was smashed to pieces and submerged into a huge jungle. But the school bus was empty. Cough. Cold water drops fell on Wang Fan's face, causing Wang Fan to wake up. Originally his name was Wang Pao, but everyone at school complained that his name was too vulgar, and coming from a divorced family, he didn't like the name his mother gave him, so he simply changed it to Fan, hoping that he would not be ordinary. What's going on? Where am I? Looking around, it was all dark. Wang Fan was in a cave. There was a white light not far away, which was obviously the entrance of the cave. Wang Fan stood up with difficulty, and a cold wind blew through the cave, making him feel chilly on his body. When I looked down, I realized that I was actually wearing nothing. It was Sao, are here with labor and management clothes. Looking around, it was pitch black, a bit cold and eerie. What the hell is this place? Didn't I take the school bus to go on a spring outing? I'm lost. Also, where did the Soul Palace protector come from just now? A series of questions lingered in Wang Fan's mind. He clearly remembered that he was going on a spring outing with his class, but in the blink of an eye he was in a different place. Wang Fan also immediately looked around. Not far away, a naked woman was lying on the bluestone floor, not yet awake, and there was a wound on her head. Some blood was bleeding, but it had solidified. With the light coming from the entrance of the cave, Wang Fan took a closer look and was also surprised. The woman on the bluestone is like a piece of jade, flawless and crystal clear. Without any clothes, I am pink where I should be pink, and white where I should be white. Lin Qingxue. Why is it her? The woman who was sleeping naked was Wang Fan's classmate and the school's beauty. There are more people chasing her than the people queuing up for food in the canteen. She has fair skin, beautiful appearance, long legs, bulging front and back, and she is so beautiful. She often wears a short skirt with black stockings, and her return rate is 200%. The kind that even a glance back is not enough. The key is that he is good at studying and is a veritable academic master. When Wang Fan was surprised and suspicious, he stared at it for a long time, from head to toe, then from top to bottom, from inside to outside, carefully. If you can't see the place, check it carefully. Of course, the careful inspection was also out of concern for Lin Qingxue, fearing that something might happen to her. It was not because he was lustful. But so what if you're lustful? What's so good about a man who's not lustful? How are you? Monitor. Hey, wake up. After calling a few times and getting no response, Wang Fan pinched Lin Qingxue's pink cheeks again. Lin Qingxue's face is very clean, with no acne. She doesn't like makeup. Even so, she is still very beautiful as she is without makeup. What's the situation? Why didn't you wake up? Is the ball dead? No. Wang Fan also became slightly worried. If this is to send a dead teammate, don't say anything. It's really outrageous to step on the horse and open the door for outrageousness, it's outrageous. In desperation, Wang Fan touched his heart and said, well, I'm trying to save people, not taking advantage of others. Well, that's right. Dong. The strong heartbeat told him that Lin Qingxue was not dead. It would be good if you didn't die. Isn't there a heartbeat? Why don't you wake up? Having said that, Wang Fan was ready to wake up Lin Qingxue. Wang Fan reached out and slapped Lin Qingxue. Although it is difficult to start, but who cares about her? What happened to Pai Pai after seeing her? Wang Fan also frowned. Why do you sleep like a dead pig? Hey, the beauty of Lin University. Wang Fan swallowed and stretched out his hand to slap Lin Qingxue. That smooth and tender skin made Wang Fan's blood boil. Lin Qingxue opened her eyes with some difficulty. She woke up. But the scene in front of her made her head wake up instantly and her eyes widened. He was actually lying on the stone slab without any clothes on. She punched Wang Fan, and Wang Fan turned his head. When he reacted, he felt that the fist as big as a sandbag was faintly surrounded by domineering energy. Pervert, die. With a thud, Wang Fan was beaten backwards, and he subconsciously wanted to hold on to something. There was only a tingling sound, and his hands were stained with some fluff. Lin Qingshe felt pain while covering her private parts. You pervert. Immediately, inside the cave, two naked men were seen wrestling together. If I filmed this and posted a video, it would definitely be hot. It's normal for two people to fight, and it's normal for two people to not wear clothes. But fighting without clothes, that's not normal. Not long after, Wang Fan's face became a little red and swollen, but Lin Qingshe also had a few more slap marks on her delicate body. The slap marks were mainly concentrated on the buttocks. Wang Fan rubbed his red arm and felt helpless. So, I woke you up with good intentions, but you beat me up indiscriminately. Alas, it's really a dog biting Lu Dongbin and not knowing a good heart. But the soft touch on his hand still left him unsatisfied. He didn't mind hitting it a few more times. Lin Qingshe took a deep breath. After Wang Fan's explanation, she already understood what happened. And I did hear this sound in my sleep. I thought it was a dream at the time. Okay, I'm sorry, it's my fault. Let's figure out what's going on first. Lin Qingshe looked around and was a little scared. Where is this? And shouldn't we be on our way to the spring outing? Have you looked around? After all, anyone who suddenly comes to a strange place will feel uneasy and scared. It's like if you're sleeping at home and you wake up and find yourself in a cemetery in the middle of the night. Are you afraid? Wang Fan looked around. It was pitch black and he couldn't see anything. I didn't have time to check. I woke up and was super worried about your safety. I'm mainly afraid that you will die. Lin Qingshe pursed her lips. You just died. Are you worried about waking me up? What do you mean by touching me there? Ahem. Okay, don't worry about these details, let's figure out what's going on first. Wang Fan laughed and hurriedly changed the subject. Plucking hair is not the point, right? Lin Qingshe no longer struggled with this matter, and the two of them clearly felt that there was something more in their minds. You can view it with just a thought, or it may appear directly in front of your eyes as a projection. It's like a game interface. A tiny, almost 10-inch projection screen appeared. It can be turned into projection mode or you can directly view the information in your mind, which is very magical. Moreover, the interface in front of you can also be enlarged or reduced. Chat, trade, title, home, materials, auction area. Several options appeared. Wang Fan only had to think about it and chose chat. The interface comes up instantly. Of course, you can also display the information in your mind and watch it without releasing it. World Channel Current Survival, 8 billion plus. The number of survivors also made the two realize that this is really a global survival. Previously, whether it was a patient undergoing circumcision or a bathing emperor undergoing prostate maintenance, or a vegetative person paralyzed in bed, a newborn baby, or a couple having, they all came here. Can't see clearly at all. Then Wang Fan paused the screen, and then he saw clearly what others were chatting about, and everyone could read and understand them no matter which country they were in, thanks to this game. What the hell is this place? Why don't you even have any pants? I'm Sao, what do you mean by giving me an old man as the female companion we agreed on? Family members, who knows? Give me a wife. Oh my god, you can't blame me. Jia. I, Qin Shi Wang, I will give you money to help you establish the Qin kingdom. Voice, are they all female companions? Why did I choose a man, your sister? Brother, what did you say? The Yin family is also a girl. My sister, crawl on your back, you shameless guy, labor and management are not gay. Wang Fan smiled lightly. It seems that labor and management are lucky. Lin Qingshe looked solemnly and opened the How to Survive the Death Door world. This is a global survival game. The default initial health value of each person is 10 points. When you receive damage, your health will be deducted according to the intensity of the damage. When the health value is 0, you will die. It is currently in the protection period. When the protection period expires, the damage will no longer be calculated based on the health value and the blood volume will be deducted. This world is full of uncertainty, cold snaps, heat storms, hail, insect plagues, and unknown monsters. The cold current will freeze you into ice slag, the heat storm will bake you, the hail will smash you into mud, and the insect plague will eat you, including your bones. If you are lucky enough to pick up a resource box, it can increase your chance of survival. HP. 10 points. Wang Fan asked in surprise. The two of them have not been able to calm down for a long time. It takes time to accept this. If you are a person with poor psychological quality, you may go crazy directly. Death Door World Survival Method contains a lot of content, most of which are notices, which are somewhat useful and can at least help you understand some disasters. And this also made the newly relaxed atmosphere become dull. There was only the sound of water dripping in the cave, and it was eerily quiet. Let's go outside and take a look, Wang Fan urged. The two of them came outside. The ground was uneven and there were some bruises on their feet. They were both naked and had nothing on them. Completely starts from zero. After leaving the cave, the scenery outside shocked the two of them. The trees outside were towering and intricate, and the cave where Wang Fan was located was halfway up the mountain. There is a flat open space in front of the cave entrance. The location of the cave entrance is not steep and the slope is relatively gentle. There are many trees around. Looking up into the distance, there are mushrooms and bamboo shoots more than 10 meters high in some places under the mountain. There are also weird-looking giant vines rising into the sky, with many flowers blooming on them, but they are far apart and can only be touched by the eye. Roar! The inexplicable roar shocked the two of them. At the foot of the mountain in the distance, many birds dispersed under the roar of the beast. There are several planet outlines hanging in the sky, just like the moon on August 15th, blue, red. This scene is so ingenious that I have only been lucky enough to see it on a computer. Where is this? The two of them said in unison, also shocked by this sight. Weather. Sunny 26 degrees is a good weather. Currently, the planet's rotation is normal, and the day duration is 8 hours. It has been detected that the planet is starting to move away from the heat source star, and there are 10 days left until winter arrives. The temperature will reach -70 degrees by then, and the cold winter is expected to last for 20 days, so please prepare in advance. 8 hours, normal rotation, cold winter, -70 degrees. Wang Fan blurted out. Wang Fan, this prompt is a bit strange. Lin Qingshe said. I also wonder why it doesn't just indicate 8 hours. I guess since it can spin normally, it can also spin abnormally. If it is abnormal, the daytime hours may be shortened. Lin Qingshe analyzed. Just by looking at a few stars in the sky, you can roughly understand that this is not a planet that you are familiar with. No matter what, winter is coming in 10 days, and it's 70 degrees below zero. We don't even have a fire source now, so we will definitely freeze to death. Well, let's explore the surroundings today and find out more about it. It's relatively safer this way, Wang Fan said vigilantly. The two then looked through the game's features. Wang Fan clicked on the inventory and found a piece of clothing inside. Savage clothes. Clothes. You can choose to take it out and wear it yourself, or you can choose to put it on directly in seconds, but Wang Fan still takes it out to take a look. A tiger skin vest and a pair of leopard print shorts, all made of real animal leather, the quality is beyond words. There was a bit of coolness on the mountain, so Wang Fan put it on without hesitation. I patted it and found that it fit well. Not bad, the fit is very good. Lin Qingshe looked a little dazed and hurriedly rummaged through the inventory. She still didn't even have any pants. Wang Fan couldn't help but glance at her, making her eager to put on clothes, otherwise she would lose all her privacy. It is impossible for Wang Fan, a normal man, not to glance at him at all. It was very bright outside, and Lin Qingshui's snow-white and pink skin was clearly visible, and Lin Qingshe couldn't cover it at all. Lin Qingshe searched for a while and felt a little depressed. No, why don't I have anything? Why do you have it? Wang Fan was also a little confused. He helped Lin Qingshe search a few times, but there was nothing there. Is it possible that I can succeed? Wang Fan was also a little surprised by this. Chat, class, Wang Fan asked directly. Do you have any clothes in your inventory? Clothes? What clothes? No, Brother Fan, I'm a naked guy when I'm riding a horse. Brother Fan, my teammate is a fat girl, what should I do? At monkey, ha ha ha, awesome, one is thin and the other is fat, they are amazing. The fat girl is 165 centimeters tall and weighs 180 kilogram. She is one of the fatties in the class and has a perfect cube body. Don't make fun of me, but we are lucky. We are in a low-lying area, there is a creek, and there is fresh water. Seeing this, many people in the class started to hate monkeys. The monkey looks dark and thin, which is also the origin of his name. And Wang Fan was the trash can warrior in the class. He was in the last row and was rated as poor in all other subjects except physical education. Of course, he also has a title, King Fan. Sui, I am Sao, brother monkey. Give me some of it quickly. Brother, I am riding a horse in the snowy mountains. I want it too, I'm at the beach. Wang Fan also pondered for a moment. He was not thirsty at the moment. If he wanted water, he would look for it. If he couldn't find it, he would ask the monkey for it. I'm afraid of getting upset after drinking the stream water. Then there will be no toilet paper to wipe with, which will be troublesome. Turning off the chat interface, Wang Fan spread his hands. Really, it seems like I am the only one who owns it. However, judging from the current chat, the psychological quality of the young people in the class is still good. I accepted all this very quickly, but others might not be so quick. The title on the side showed 1, Wang Fan looked at it. Number of titles owned, 1. 1. Savage collection speed increased by 2 times, movement speed increased by 10%, blood volume plus 10%. Open personal information. Name, Wang Fan. HP, 11. Oh no, when did I become a savage when I stepped on a horse? Wang Fan also looked confused. But it's obviously not a bad thing, and Lin Qingshe still has 10 drops of blood. Don't tell me whether you are a savage or not. What about that? Can you separate clothes for me to wear? It's windy. Lin Qingshe covered her 3 points with envy. With her snow-white delicate body, her hands covering important parts, Lin Qingshui's face turned red and she was very embarrassed, but there was nothing she could do at the moment. Wang Fan glanced at the lovely person in front of him, who was usually regarded as a goddess by his classmates. Now standing naked in front of him like this, it is impossible to say that he is not moved, but Wang Fan is not the kind of person who can only think with his lower body. Do you want clothes or pants? I can only give you the same. Lin Qingshe was also very confused, and then decided to get pants. Wang Fan was about to agree, but then he thought again and said, Tisk, no way. There are many branches in the forest, don't let me break them. Also, the key is that it's too inconvenient for me to swing back and forth without wearing pants. Lin Qingshe was also ashamed, and smiled with a slight blush. Ha, that's right, that's true. Then Wang Fan took off his clothes and threw them over. Here you go, let's make do with it first. Lin Qingshe looked at Wang Fan with grateful eyes. She felt much warmer after putting on her clothes. After all, they were made of animal skins. The clothes are relatively long. Wang Fan is 180 centimeters tall, and Lin Qingshe is 170 centimeters tall, with a tall and attractive figure. The clothes can just block the looming triangle area, but it makes people even more fanciful. The outside world is full of uncertainties and strange beasts, so the two decide not to get too far away yet. The mountains are filled with mist, and in the forest, the visible distance to the naked eye is only about 10 meters. It is absolutely extremely dangerous if you get lost in the forest. Let's see what we can build in the manufacturing column. It's not an option for us to be barefoot all the time. Manufacturing column, you need to build a workbench before manufacturing. Basic clothing, building, weapons and armor. Basic attire, straw shoes, required, straw times 10. Sneakers, required, wood times 8, straw times 2. Leather shoes, required, leather times 8, straw times 2. Golden Chelsea, requires gold times 5, leather times 5. Animal skin coat, required, beast fur times 1, leather times 15. Wang Fan also immediately checked other things in the manufacturing column, most of which were very ordinary things. It is equivalent to some simple gadgets given to novices when they enter the village, but only synthesis paths and no materials are given. The weapons are very crude, and currently only cold weapons can be made, and there are some things that require materials that Wang Fan can't understand at all. Wooden pickaxe, wooden axe, wooden dagger, wooden shovel, wooden hoe. It has been from wood to stone, and finally to iron, and the higher level ones are currently unavailable and require new blueprints to unlock. The only furniture that can be made is ordinary lockers and simple wooden chairs. Read, How to Survive the Death Door World. You can unlock more black technologies by collecting blueprints. Using the trading market, each group of survivors only has 3 trading opportunities per day, and the maximum unit for each transaction is 100 units. Please do not form a team illegally. The more people you gather, the easier it is to provoke powerful monsters. Let's make straw sandals. The leather needed for leather shoes should be mined from animals. It's quite difficult at the moment. Lin Qingshe said. Well, that's what I thought too. Let's get the shoes first. The two found some trees nearby. Looking at the towering tree that was almost 30 meters high and could not be hugged by 2 people, the two of them also fell into deep thought. How to cut it down? How about, bite it with your teeth? The trees are pine, the kind of coniferous pine tree, but very thick and tall. But the two of them didn't even have an axe, not even an axe for beginners. They were miserable. Why don't you ask others? Wang Fan said. Lin Qingshe nodded in agreement. With so many people around the world, someone must have found the trick. Chat, downtown, how to chop down a tree. There is no axe, Wang Fan asked. There were so many replies that Wang Fan could only freeze the interface and scroll down a little bit. Trees. It's all see here. Wherever there are trees, it's really unlucky. It's a snowy mountain here, and it's still winter. I'm already spending the winter, okay. This is a desert here, Sao. I just lie down and die, and just fall asleep. I can't survive. You can pick up branches, and the branches can be exchanged for wood. Then if you save 100, you can build a workbench. With the workbench, you can make an axe. Brother, be steady. Brother, be steady. I'm really curious how you all found out. Wang Fan asked slightly curiously. I chatted with my brother, and I told him not to collect wood, and after a while he knew it. Brother kid, steady. Lin Qingshe and the two called Wao Sao. Pick up branches, Sao, must be a kid. Have to. The two began to pick up branches. Wang Fan looked at the workbench. The workbench required 100 units of wood to make. Although picking up branches can increase wood, the efficiency is definitely slow. 1 unit of wood requires 10 units of branches. But this is not a problem for Wang Fan, whose physical fitness has been strengthened. Quack is just picking up branches. However, Lin Qingshe picked it up relatively slowly, because these branches hung on her body at every turn. The key point was that she was wearing nothing on her lower body, so it was a bit uncomfortable walking through the forest. After all, there were some low trees hanging on her crotch. Fortunately, the two of them were very energetic. They had been working for a long time and were a little tired. They were either picking up branches or on the way to pick up branches. Gululu. When they heard their stomach growling, they realized it was time to eat. Looking around, there is not even a hair on the head. Where can I find food? The most important thing is that even if you find some wild fruits, you don't dare to eat them hastily. There are no illustrated books to refer to. Be patient for a while, and then ask others if they have anything to eat and get some change. Wang Fan said. Lin Qingshe also pulled off a thin vine. Yeah, that's fine. If you can barely bear it without eating for 8 hours, just use the vine to strangle it. At present, the two of them dare not leave the cave too far. It is absolutely impossible to say that there are no wild animals in such a large forest. You need to pick up a large bundle of branches to count as 1 unit of wood, and you need to pick up a lot of branches to exchange for 100 units of wood. At present, the two of them have only picked up 25 units, and 2 hours have passed. There is no trace of wild fruits in the key surrounding areas. As for places that are too far away, I dare not go there yet. There is a thicker fog in many places in the woods, and coupled with the previous roars, as long as you are not mentally ill, you will not want to go and see it. Suddenly, a bright light dazzled Wang Fan's eyes. What the hell, shook me. Looking closely, not far away from the pine tree, a corner of a bronze box covered by dead leaves was exposed. Qingshe, there is a box, is it a resource box? It should be, let's go and have a look. Lin Qingshe also said excitedly. There is another symbol on the box, which is a star. With Wang Fan's touch, the one-star resource box opened. Bio-radar instrument manufacturing drawings can display live conditions within a radius of 1,000 meters. Elementary camp manufacturing drawings used for heating or baking food after manufacturing. Wang Fan shook his head slightly. It's a pity that we don't have anything to eat. I'll ask the monkeys if they have found anything to eat and ask them to give us some in exchange. Lin Qingshe came to the side. Look at how that radar is made. This thing is very important. Bio-radar instrument manufacturing drawings. Materials required. Owl times 1, dark matter times 1. It's a bit difficult. It's easy to catch owls, and I've never heard of dark matter. Forget it, put it all away. How many units of wood do we have now? Lin Qingshe asked. Wang Fan took a look. I have 300 branches here, converted into wood, that is 30 units of wood. Oh, well, I only have 8 units of wood, and the collection speed is a bit slow. Wang Fan was a little proud. Hey, I didn't expect me to be so fast. Lin Qingshe also explained. That's what I said, but what I collected is actually normal. I have learned about it from other people. My speed is the same as everyone else's. You may be so fast because you are a savage. Lin Qingshe patted Wang Fan on the shoulder and said seriously. What? Come on, collect them quickly. We have to build a workbench today. We must at least stock up on some food and fuel before the cold winter comes, otherwise we will freeze to death or starve to death. Lin Qingshe also nodded solemnly. When it came to stocking up on food, her stomach was not full today, which was really difficult. Remaining daytime. 1 hour. There's only 1 hour left. Wang Fan, hurry up. Lin Qingshe urged. Wang Fan was so tired that he was sweating profusely. He had basically picked up all the wood within 100 meters around the entrance of the cave. At present, the two of them combined only had 90 units of wood. It's almost 13 units in 1 hour, and it should be no problem to pick up another 10 units in the remaining 1 hour. Thanks to the title of Savage, otherwise it would be really difficult to build a workbench in 1 day. Wang Fan said happily. The title of Savage makes Wang Fan's collection speed twice as fast as a healthy human male and 3 times as fast as a female. Wang Fan can clearly feel that his strength and endurance have improved a lot. Although I don't know why it has this title, it doesn't matter, as long as it's easy to use. Remaining time during the day, 10 minutes. The horizon in the distance began to darken at a speed visible to the naked eye. And the night was like the big mouth of a giant beast, swallowing up darkness wherever it passed, making people feel terrified. Let's go. We still don't know what will happen after dark. Lin Qingshui's heartbeat accelerated and she urged worriedly. Unknown things are always scary. The two of them were not too far from the entrance of the cave. It was just 10 minutes to get back, but night had already arrived. The night here is different from the earth. The earth is getting darker. Here, the moment the night comes from the sky, everything you pass falls directly into the middle of the night, extremely dark and silent, as if something has been eaten into your mouth. Returning to the cave again, the cave is very cold and dark. Lin Qingshe also stopped. You said, there shouldn't be anything in this cave. Wang Fan walked in first. No matter what, there is no other place to go. According to the Death Door World Survival Method, it is very dangerous outside at night. Although there is no light in the cave, if it is really dangerous, we might be killed when we come here. After all, it's dark inside the cave during the day. Lin Qingshe followed Wang Fan and felt that what Wang Fan said made sense. That's true. Lin Qingshe no longer hesitated and followed in. After all, besides the cave, where else could the two of them go? It was very dark inside the cave, with no light coming through like during the day. It was dark, damp. I couldn't see my fingers, and a cold night wind began to blow outside. It made a whining sound when it was blown into the hole, adding a bit of uneasiness to my heart. At least they could vaguely see each other through the light of the miniature projection. It's a pity that it can't be used as a flashlight, otherwise it can still provide light. Let's move over there. I remember that the higher place over there is drier. Wang Fan relied on his memory from the day and groped towards the higher point on one side of the cave. With the dim light, I could barely touch it. The two came to the rock wall on one side of the cave, where there was a natural and spacious platform. It's about 50 square meters, and it's about 3 meters high from the ground. The road up is a bit like a winding mountain road, and you need to go around it. It should be relatively safe here. Do you want to study the workbench? Wang Fan also said. Lin Qingshe did not speak, but stared at the chat message in her mind. Wait a minute, if there is any situation, I will share it with you. Wang Fan also started to check. Lin Qingshe intercepted the speech just made on the World Channel, which contained several useful pieces of information. Run, monsters, they are coming. What kind of creatures are they? They eat people. They are eating people. Help, someone help me. Terrible humanoid creatures, bloodthirsty monsters. Why do you want me to come here? World Channel current survival, 7.5 billion plus. The two looked at each other and swallowed. 500 million people died in just one day. Although most of them are definitely old, weak, sick and disabled, it is still a staggering number. Before nightfall, the number of survivors was 7.8 billion. In other words, 300 million people died in just this short period of time. The two have determined that there are monsters in the night, they look like humans and can eat people. Lin Qingshe and Lin Qingshe also began to feel their hearts beat faster, and the unfamiliar world made them feel uneasy. Strange plants, inexplicable roars, bloodthirsty monsters, and extreme weather made the two of them feel nervous. At this moment, the two of them widened their eyes, not daring to blink, because not far away, a pair of green eyes were crawling into the cave with a green light. Relying on the vague outline that could be seen with the naked eye, the two of them roughly saw the shape of the monster. It was lying on the ground with all four limbs. There was no trace of hair floating around. It was bald. The monster kept making grinding sounds from its mouth, which made those who heard it feel terrified. A bit like the ghoul in the Warcraft game. Gurgling, the sound of teeth grinding was heard in the cave. The two of them dare not speak. If they are seen, they will definitely die. This thing is not easy to mess with at first glance. The most important thing is how painful it would be if it were eaten alive. At this time, the monster was crawling towards them, and the two of them felt nervous, something was going to happen. Wang Fan was sweating coldly, lying on the ground and groping carefully with his hands until he touched a stone. He gripped the stone tightly, flicked his arm calmly, and threw it toward the hole. His arms were a little weak, so he didn't have much strength, so he didn't throw it too far. There was a clang. The monster immediately flew towards the direction where the stone fell to the ground, very fast. Similar to the crawling appearance of a spider, can you imagine the horror of a large humanoid spider crawling along the ground towards you? Just the sight of a little spider crawling on one's legs makes one's heart tremble. Not to mention such a large, terrifying and disgusting reptile. Fortunately, the monster didn't seem to have much wisdom. After pounced, it didn't continue to crawl towards Wang Fan, but went out. The two of them breathed a long sigh of relief when they saw this. It was so scary. This unknown fear kept their hearts in a state of tension. Fortunately, the two of them can still communicate by typing in their heads. There is no need to sleep at all tonight. The two of them need to be more vigilant. If they snore while sleeping, or accidentally fall over when they turn over, they will definitely die. In the class group, everyone also started to communicate, but the original class group of 46 people now only has 40 people, and apparently 6 people have died. Monkey, are you okay? It's okay, brother Fan. I jumped on my horse and hid in a tree. Fortunately, these things are so stubborn that I don't even look at them. Otherwise, I would have died 800 times. Is there anything to eat? Yes, brother Fan, how much wood do you have? 103 units of lumber. Seeing this, the monkey was very surprised. What is it? 103. I am Sao, why did I spend a whole day with the fat girl to get 45? That's not the point. Do you have food? Yes, the fruit has been tried and is edible. However, brother Fan, can you exchange it for some wood? Winter is coming. At our rate, we won't be able to build a workbench tomorrow. Wang Fan also understands that in the current environment, trading is the most realistic. After all, everyone wants to survive, and no one will give away resources for free. Okay, I can give you 13 units. Okay, brother Fan, I'll give you 13 fruits in exchange. I won't have any more. Not to mention a tree, I have to climb very high. Make a deal. The picking of fruits was fast, as usual, except that several fruit trees on the monkey side were unusually tall and difficult to pick. But cutting down trees, which usually requires hard work, can only be done faster by relying on the game mechanism to collect them. Each person has a grid in the transaction column. They only need to put the items of both parties on the third party of the system. The two parties can see what the other party has put. After both parties confirm that they are correct, the exchange will be carried out by the system, which is relatively fair and will not cause any deception. Received wild fruit times 13. The fruit is placed directly into the inventory. The initial inventory has 10 grids, and the upper limit of each grid is 99. Each grid can only hold one type of the same thing. The fruit needs to be taken out and eaten directly. It does not have a one-button upper body function like clothes. You can only eat it by yourself to increase your satiety. Wang Fan did not hesitate to divide Lin Qingshe into 6. After all, they were assigned teammates and would stay together for a long time. A grown man doesn't care that much. At worst, he can just let Lin Qingshe make up for himself later. Jia Jia Jia. The two of them ate in small bites. The fruit was sour and sweet, but the sweetness was slightly stronger, but they were very careful. Don't dare to make too much noise. The wind blowing through the cave at night will also make a whining sound. The small sound of eating can be ignored. This night was destined to be long, a 16-hour-long night, and the two of them were always tense in the dark. The faint green light that lights up from time to time not far away makes people's hearts pick up in their throats. Class chat channel. Did you see it? That monster is so scary. What the hell is that? Whatever it is, just don't let them find it. I'm curious where you are hiding. My skin will be soaked in the water. On the trees, these things don't raise their heads very much. My companion is dead. I asked her to hide with me but refused to listen. I watched with my own eyes as she was eaten bit by those monsters. It's so scary. A lot of people are probably going to die tonight. Where is this place? I want to go home and have barbecue. Woo woo hoo. Urban chat channel. Press and hold the interface to scroll, otherwise it will be a bit too fast and you will not be able to see it. Someone come and save me. I'll show you the black stockings. No, I'll take them off and show you. Brother, can you give me some water? I'll use my original underwear in exchange. Sister upstairs, do you want to install the underwear bag? I will install the bag, haha. As long as I can survive, it doesn't matter how many people you come. As long as I give you a lot of resources, it doesn't matter whether you come today or not. As long as you can take me to survive. Quote. Whoever gives me wood, I will build a workbench. When I go back, I will give you tens of millions of assets, including luxury cars and beautiful women. Go back. Can you go back? What are you dreaming about? Just chop down the trees honestly. You bosses just love to draw cakes. Now that you have traveled to this hellish place, you also draw cakes. Are you sick? That's right, trash boss, let's cut down the trees. How many rich people are worth it? Now you and I are both bullies and horses. Boss, is the boss here? I am your employee Li Daming. Daming, that's great, you're here too. I usually treat you well. Can you give me some wood? I'll rest assured that you're here, sir. You're a fool. It's really fun to ride on a horse to relieve your anger. It's best to let the monster eat you. For a time, no matter which channel, there was no very positive news. Everyone felt very heavy and could not accept it all so quickly. It took time. The atmosphere was not relaxing, but very heavy. Most people were destined to have trouble sleeping that night. Forget it, stop reading. The more you read, the more tired you become. Lin Qingshe reminded. Hey, that's right, let's think about how to survive. The two of them stayed up all night and didn't dare to sleep at all. Weather. Cloudy 23 degrees normal weather. The planet's rotation is currently slightly slower, and the day duration is 12 hours. It has been detected that the planet is starting to move away from the heat source star, and there are 9 days left until the onset of winter. The two of them rubbed their swollen eyes, feeling very lethargic. In this state, they had to find ways to collect resources. It's just too difficult. After spending some time, the two gathered some more wood. Great, that's enough for 100 units. Let's build a workbench quickly. Workbench. Wood times 100. Whether it is manufactured. Yes, Wang Fan immediately stopped hesitating. Ding, manufacturing completed. In the inventory, there is a workbench. Take out the workbench and place it on the ground. From a 6 square meter box, you can still hear very subtle operating sounds inside. Wang Fan, take a look at the camp manufacturing drawings collected yesterday. Lin Qingshe reminded. Okay, I almost forgot. In my haste to escape yesterday, I forgot to watch it. Camp requires stones times 10, wood times 10. Wood can be added to the camp for heating. We need stone and wood. We should first make a wooden axe to chop down the tree. Then make a wooden pickaxe to mine stones, and then log wood like crazy in the next few days. Lin Qingshe also agreed with Wang Fan's idea. The two of them didn't sleep yesterday, and no monsters ran into the depths of the cave, so they all went out. So the cave is safe for now, but sometimes you still have to explore the inside of the cave. After one night, the number of people in the world has once again decreased by 100 million. However, as existing humans begin to adapt to this speed, the number of deaths will gradually decrease. Coming outside and breathing the fresh air makes people feel much more comfortable, and the depressing atmosphere is also released. Let's go, trim some branches and make an axe. Well, let's do it. Even though they didn't sleep well, they still cheered up and were full of energy. The mining speed of the two is basically 13 units per hour, Lin Qingshe 3, and Wang Fan 10. The normal mining speed for men is only 5 units, and for women is 3 units. Wang Fan can build a workbench in 1 day, while others need 2 days or more. Of course, this is calculated all the time. If you get tired and get lazy in the middle, you won't be able to collect as much. After 2.5 hours, the two already had 32 units of wood in their hands. 1-star wooden axe, 10 times wood collection speed plus 1. 1-star wooden pickaxe, 10 times wood collection speed plus 1. Whether it is manufactured. Yes, manufacturing. With their hands trembling with excitement, Wang Fan held an axe, and Lin Qingshe held a pickaxe. According to their speed, they are definitely faster in the world. As for whether others have had adventures or good luck, naturally there are still a few. Human. 1 star. Is it possible to get another star? Wang Fan was slightly confused. Read, How to Survive the Death Door World. Items provided with the same materials can be strengthened and turned into higher-level tools. The upper limit for tools and living items is 5 stars, and the weapons and armors are 20 stars. Creatures cannot be upgraded in this way. Star promotion requires the creation of a forging platform. With the appearance of the workbench, several technologies are unlocked. Forging table. Requires stone times 80 wood times 20 to enchant items with star upgrades. Forge. Requires stone times 50 wood times 10 iron ore times 1 to bake food and make it more delicious. Storage box. Requires wood times 20, dark matter times 1, 10 inventory slots, with a maximum of 99 for each inventory slot. This requires a lot of resources. I'll just chop down the trees first. Alas. Wang Fan also discovered that almost many things are inseparable from wood, and the collection of wood must be accelerated. Among the survivors, some may find food or tools by opening boxes. There was even an Uhuang who directly opened a workbench, which he discovered last night while browsing the chat channel out of boredom. The most indispensable thing in the world is koi. However, according to calculations, most of the time, if there are trees to mine, a workbench can be built during today's 12 hours of daylight. However, currently, among the remaining 7.4 billion people in the world, there are probably less than 100,000 people who have built workbenches. You go dig some rocks outside the cave. I'll chop down the tree first. The wood is the foundation, and I can chop it down quickly. Wang Fan said. Wood is a necessity. Wood is indispensable for making most things, and it can also be used as firewood in the winter. Wang Fan, who is fast in collecting, naturally chops down trees. Lin Qingshe also nodded. When she turned around, her foot slipped and she fell to the ground. Ah! With a scream, Wang Fan turned around and looked at the beautiful white buttocks, which made Wang Fan's face turn red. Wang Fan pulled down Lin Qingshui's clothes as he spoke. Well, don't get excited, cover it up, this is really slippery. Ah no, this ground is so tender. Lin Qingshe stood up, her face a little blushing, and she pulled the corner of her clothes to cover her private parts. It's too inconvenient to have no shoes. Let's get a pair of shoes first and see if there is any straw in the market. Yeah, too. Lin Qingshe stood up and started mining stones outside the cave. Trading market. Wang Fan rummaged for a while and found that there was really something for sale. After all, with so many people distributed in different places on this planet, it is not surprising that some people will always get some materials that are difficult for others to find. Brother, how do you sell straw? Get something in exchange. What do you need? Wood. How much? I want to change 20 pieces of straw to make straw sandals. The man hesitated for a moment and immediately quoted, 1 piece of wood for 1 piece of straw. Wang Fan suddenly frowned slightly. He did have wood on his hand, but in the current situation, the wood was definitely more valuable than most things. After all, if you want to make things, you need a workbench, but the wood required for the workbench is impossible for most people to make in a day. The faster you build it, the more likely you are to survive, and wood is indispensable for building almost anything. No, 1 piece of wood can be exchanged for 3 pieces of straw, otherwise there is no need to discuss it. You also know how important wood is now. The other party hesitated for a moment. There was a wilderness over there with quite a lot of straw, but there was no rice on the straw, or there were just a few scattered ones that you could count with your fingers. 3 is indeed too much, brother, let's have 2, we can cooperate for a long time. The man was a little embarrassed. However, it is not difficult to collect straw, and you can basically collect dozens of units in a short time. Seeing the other party lowering his posture, Wang Fan did not embarrass him. Okay, but I need you to pull out some complete straws for me. Remember to dig them out completely. I want a few live ones. Brother, this is very time consuming. The straw here grows taller than me, so I won't have time to collect wood. It's okay, I can give you the wood. I promise I won't waste your time cutting down the tree. Do as I say and I won't treat you badly. Seeing Wang Fan say this, the other party was silent for a moment and chose to agree. Okay, how about adding 20 straws and 5 straw seedlings in exchange for 20 pieces of wood? Brother Straw calculated that according to the speed at which he added partners, it would only be 8 units per hour, or 7 units less. For 20 pieces of wood, it would take almost 3 hours, but the key point is that his partner cannot work at all and is a disabled person, so it will be even less. However, it only takes less than an hour to collect straw, so he will definitely make some money. If this transaction can be completed, it is equivalent to him being able to collect 20 units of wood in 1 hour, which is very cost-effective. Wang Fan thought for a while and suggested, how about I exchange it for a wooden axe? How about that? The wooden axe can increase the gathering speed, and only requires 10 units of wood, which is obviously much more cost-effective than using 20 units of wood. The axe that can increase the gathering speed is absolutely irresistible to Brother Straw. Hearing what Wang Fan said, Brother Straw's eyes also lit up. You have actually made a workbench. Can you still make an axe? Oh my god. Deal, deal. After being amazed, Brother Straw readily agreed. Okay, I'll give you the axe. This transaction was profitable for Wang Fan. After all, he lost 10 pieces of wood, and he only paid 10 of the original 20 units. It's not a loss for Brother Straw either. The price difference of 10 units can be easily earned back with the axe, and it can be used for a long time. After the transaction, Wang Fan had 20 units of straw in his inventory, as well as 5 straws with complete roots. 2 pairs of straw sandals. Whether it is manufactured, made, put on straw sandals, feel like flying. Wang Fan immediately sent a pair to Lin Qingshe. I gave it to you, put it on and it won't slip anymore. Outside the cave, Lin Qingshe was wiping away her sweat while mining stones. Okay, I understand. Don't run too far. Pay attention to safety. The two were not too far apart at this time. Lin Qingshe looked down not far away and could still see them. Okay, don't worry, I will pay attention. Wang Fan replied, with a touch of warmth in his heart. I'm going to dig rocks. When I dig some, we'll make stone axes and stone pickaxes. Then we'll work more efficiently. Can I make you a skirt with straw? Wang Fan asked. Lin Qingshe thought for a while and then rejected the idea. Say goodbye. How can I fix the itching on my body when the time comes? Hee hee, if you're itchy, of course I'll scratch it for you. Wang Fan said coquettishly. Go away and be serious. What do you want to do after you've seen everything? I'm going to dig rocks. Having said that, Wang Fan didn't say anything more. The most important thing at the moment was to collect supplies. Let's talk about it later. Wang Fan also continued to chop down trees. Lin Qingshe stepped on the straw sandals. It's very good. They were intelligently generated based on the foot code. They fit very well. The wooden axe can add 1 point to the cutting speed, but Wang Fan discovered after chopping for a while that it should have been able to cut 11 pieces of wood in 1 hour. But now, 12 units of wood were cut in 1 hour. Sao, don't I just add 1? When Wang Fan was surprised, he also started to think about it. It seemed that the title of Savage was not simply multiplied by his own collection efficiency, but multiplied by 2 after counting the tools plus himself. Normally, a man can cut 5 units per hour, and he can cut 10 units per hour. The cutting efficiency of a normal man with a wooden axe is about 6 units per hour, but his own is 12 units per hour, twice as much. That's right, it's definitely double. Hurry up and chop. Once I have a stone axe, or if I upgrade the axe to a star, I will be faster. After Wang Fan understood this, he became very energetic. Just chop at the pine wood. What is missing most in the cold winter? Heat sources, of course, as well as food. Wood can not only be traded, but can also be used as a heat source, which is extremely important. As long as there is enough wood, it can also be used to exchange for food. There are 12 hours of daylight today, and more than 3 hours have passed. Wang Fan decided to spend 5 hours cutting down trees and get 60 units of wood first. As for stone axes and stone pickaxes, we will adjust them later. As long as the collection speed increases, it will only get faster and faster, like a snowball. Lin Qingshe can dig 15 units of rocks in 5 hours, and the remaining 4 hours can be spent looking for food nearby. The fruit is almost finished, and it is too single. Anyone who comes to this world will miss hamburgers, snail noodles, ice cream, or small barbecue. But the reality is always cruel, there are only original crops here. Chat, class, oh, it's so miserable. It takes such a long time to build a workbench. The arms of labor and management are smoking. It's only 12 hours today. With 2 people and the wood collected yesterday, it won't be a big problem to build the workbench today, right? I hope so, alas. And Wang Fan directly addressed the monkey. Monkey, do you have anything to eat? I'll exchange it for wood. Brother Fan, yes, how come you are so rich? Where did you get so much wood? Why do you feel like your wood is free? It's okay, let's get some fruit to eat. There are only trees here, but there are no fruit trees. Okay, I'll give you 10 more. Okay, the transaction was quick. Wang Fan took out the fruit and ate it directly. The skin of the fruit was red, about the size of an orange, and the flesh was white. It tasted like a sweet potato and was a bit sweet. Lin Qingshe also put down what she was holding, feeling a little tired, so the 2 of them sat down together and started eating together. Lin Qingshe also thought of something and suddenly said, fruit alone is not enough, we also have to find some salt. Today is already the 2nd day. If we don't eat salt tomorrow, we will have symptoms of fatigue and dizziness. At present, fruits can satisfy hunger temporarily and can also add some water, but salt is also indispensable. This also made Wang Fan pause for a moment while nibbling on the fruit. Then what will happen if you don't eat salt for too long? Lin Qingshe said slightly solemnly. If you don't eat salt for 10 days, you will develop hyponatremia and hypochloremia, which can easily induce arrhythmia or worsen the arrhythmia, and it is very likely to cause sudden death. Wang Fan thought for a moment, thought of something, and immediately said, by the way, aren't there people living by the sea? It would be nice to get some seawater. Lin Qingshe also thought it was feasible. It's okay, but the seawater must be dried and the salt extracted. You can't drink it directly. The seawater is bitter and salty, and there may be unknown germs. Okay, let me ask. Chat, downtown. Although there are many people in the chat channel, most of them are busy collecting resources, and not many people are chatting in it. Is there anyone at the beach? Wang Fan asked. Someone soon replied. Yes. Brother, get me some seawater. Exchange wood with me. Wang Fan had expected it a long time ago and immediately agreed readily, sure. The man also said loudly, How about 1 liter of seawater for 10 pieces of wood? Do you want to extract salt? 10 pieces of wood are not expensive, but not eating salt will be fatal. Wang Fan only thought that it was too expensive, and it was just a robbery. I guess there weren't many trees on the beach, otherwise the other party wouldn't be so eager to get the wood. No, seawater is very easy to collect, your price is too high, and you are not the only one who was born on the beach. 10 liters for 1 piece of wood, but I want 100 liters. If you don't want to sell it, I will find someone else. The man was a little helpless when he saw the first half of the sentence. It was really not that easy to fool, but the second half of the sentence made him think it was feasible. There were no trees at all on the beach where he was, let alone building a workbench, there were only a few branches. Isn't your bargaining a bit outrageous? Should I sell it? If not, I'll find someone else. Buy, sell, it's easy to talk, the man said hurriedly, fearing that Wang Fan would regret it. What kind of resource is seawater? It's inexhaustible. What does it matter? It's just a matter of scooping a scoop, and it's much easier to collect. The man immediately took out a large shell from his waist, about the size of a Gordon scoop, and put it directly into the inventory. About an hour and a half after arriving, Wang Fan received 100 liters of seawater, which he put in the storage column without taking it out. After all, there was no container to put it in, so he spilled it after taking it out. A pleasure to work with. Brother, remember to come to me to exchange for it next time. Brother Hi was very happy. This deal is a good deal. Remaining daytime, 3 hours. Time passed very quickly. Wang Fan and the other two put aside their fatigue and carefully explored the 200 meters around the cave. Wang Fan, what is that purple thing? It's so strange. Not far away, a 15-meter tall strange purple plant came into view. It looks like the big-mouthed flower in Plants vs. Zombies, the kind that is eaten by zombies in one bite. This also has teeth. Is this a plant or an animal? Darling. Wang Fan couldn't help but be surprised and looked at the big-mouthed flower in front of him. The big-mouthed flower seemed to notice the arrival of the two people, and its huge flower head twisted over. My sow has moved. Wang Fan was shocked. Don't go there, this thing looks dangerous. Of course Wang Fan listened to Lin Qingshui's reminder. It was better not to touch this unknown thing. The two looked at it for a moment, but did not get closer, because the big-mouthed flower was surrounded by white bones, and some of the skulls looked like canines. There are also skulls that look somewhat similar to humans. Let's go, don't mess with this thing for now, it's getting late, go back. The two of them didn't gain much from this trip, but they picked up a few prickly fruits, which Wang Fan ate a lot of when he was a child. There are thorny fruits growing among thorn bushes. You only need to put them on the ground to crush off the thorns, then rinse them clean, and you can eat them. However, this kind of fruit has less pulp and is relatively troublesome to handle. It is obviously getting late today and there is no time to mine stones. Wang Fan decided to make a stone pickaxe and a stone axe first. The mining speed of the stone pickaxe is +2, which is equivalent to a 2-star wooden pickaxe. When the time comes, get some more stones first. Stones seem to be necessary at the moment, and the quantity is relatively large. Wang Fan, how about folding some branches and blocking the entrance of the cave? Lin Qingshui said while looking at the lush green plants not far away. These green plants are actually some shrubs, but they are relatively tall, as high as 1.5 meters, and are spherical in shape. Okay, this will be safer. The two tinkered for a while and found that the branches of the bush were relatively thin and brittle, making them easy to break, and the branches and leaves were relatively fluffy, like afros. Not long after, the two had covered the entrance of the hole with shrubs. The entrance was not big, with a height of 2.5 meters and a width of 2 meters, but the inside of the hole was still relatively large. As for the deepest area of the cave, the two of them had no lighting tools and could not go in to check, but there should be no danger. If there was danger, the two of them would have died many times. After covering the entrance of the cave, the two of them felt a little more at ease. Even if such a cover could be easily destroyed, it would still give people more peace of mind. The two climbed up the platform again along the slippery rock wall, and lay down a little limply. Trembling legs, weak arms, tired body and mind, dark eyes, and uneasy thoughts. At this time, the sky outside was gradually getting dark, and darkness struck again, leaving everyone in darkness again, and everyone's expressions became tense. In the dark night, monsters will appear. Wang Fan and Wang Fan also used the game system to chat and did not open their mouths to communicate. Let's go to the chat channel to find some useful information. Well, okay, Wang Fan replied. Countless messages are sent out in the world chat channel. You only need to pause the interface to see the information on the current page clearly. The two of them need to filter out some useful information from the vast amount of information. What the hell is the title of Dragon Knight? You want me to slay the dragon? Sunlight can kill those ghouls, please remember, sunlight, and can drop some items such as dark matter. I was just attacked by a ghoul. My entire arm was gone. It hurt me to death. Fortunately, although it hurt, there was no major bleeding. They also deducted 2 blood from me. Unlucky. Dinosaur, there is actually a horse-mounted Tyrannosaurus Rex here. Can you believe it? My companion was bitten to death by a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Fortunately, I can run fast. Let me die. Millipedes, there are so many giant millipedes, this kind of creature is still alive in the world. I have a lot of anthills here that look like small volcanoes. They are as large as a gymnasium. They are so densely packed. The ants in them will attack people. 1 bite will drop 1 health. Labor and management have lost 7 health today. What the hell is this place? The two of them found some useful information. The dark matter for making detectors is finally found, and it may be dropped by killing ghouls. The ghoul's attack bit off the arm and earned 2 points, but there was no major bleeding. This may be a function of this game. It is unclear how to restore the severed limb. Moreover, this world is so complicated that there are even Tyrannosaurus Rex and millipede, which is so strange. The presence of millipedes made Lin Qingshui's scalp numb. Giant millipedes were giant centipedes with a body length of 3 meters. That kind of arthropod has densely packed legs and a body length of nearly 3 meters. It's so scary. Can you imagine such a big centipede appearing on the wall of your home? If it really shows up, do you still want the house? As for the title, Wang Fan is not the only one who has it. There are also people with other titles, but it is estimated that there are very few such people. Lin Qingshui checked how to survive the Death Door world, and after patiently searching, there was indeed an explanation of the title. Title: Small Probability Event. Dragon Knight title. Survivors need to be born near a dragon lair, and there is a 1 in 10,000 chance of obtaining a dragon egg. Savage. Survivors need to be born in a cave, and there is a 1 in 10,000 chance of obtaining it. Physical quality is enhanced, and collection ability is improved. Intestinal unblocker. Born near a dung pile, there is a 1 in 10,000 chance of getting it. No longer constipated, can control one's own metabolism. Dragon slaying warrior. A lone traveler. You can obtain it by challenging a 5-star dragon creature alone and killing it. You can carry creatures other than humans. The first kill will drop the dragon egg, and the attack power will be permanently plus 20 points. There were many titles, but Lin Qingshui did not continue to look down. Generally, there are too few people who are born with a title, and the conditions are harsh, even if we don't say how random it is to be born in a fixed place. Moreover, after the key appears in a fixed location, there is only a 1 in 10,000 chance of obtaining it, which is too difficult. It seems that I'm pretty lucky. Oh, Huang is possessed. Wang Fan said in surprise. Probably, it's really rare, but it also gives us a huge advantage in the early stage. Well, it's been 2 days now. Time is running out. We have to refuel tomorrow. The furnace and camp are all imminent. The two looked through it, and the home function was also what they focused on next. Home requires wood times 50, stone times 50, dark matter times 1. After the home is successfully established, you will receive an eternal lamp, a set of simple furniture, and 2 storage boxes. The home can automatically change according to the surrounding environment and can reshape the surrounding environment. There are materials that must be done later, so let's prioritize this first. Well, I just found someone selling dark matter in the trading market. I plan to buy a few. Wang Fan also said. Do you sell any lighting items? Luminous stones, lanterns, all require wood in exchange. Lin Qingshui also nodded slightly. No one needs these things now. The most important thing is to collect winter resources now, but these things will not be so easy to replace in the middle and later stages. Change. Without saying a word, the two of them exchange the few remaining pieces of wood for some things. Wood is definitely in short supply at the moment, and Wang Fan and his wife are still capable of doing a lot of business. However, it was a bit surprising to the two of them that someone had killed the dark creature. It had to be said that people would still have great potential when driven by the desire to survive. Lamplant. Planted on the ground, it can illuminate a radius of 10 meters. Luminous stone. Absorbs sunlight during the day and can illuminate a range of 5 meters in the dark. Torch manufacturing diagram. Wood times 10, dark matter times 1, never go out. Dark matter times 3, the core of dark creatures after death. What else do we have on our hands? No, it's empty. Come back tomorrow. I still have a stone axe here. I'll cut down the trees tomorrow. I hope there will be longer days tomorrow. You should sleep for a while. If you snore, I will slap you awake. Lin Qingshe said softly. In fact, she understood that she had been influenced by Wang Fan, and this was no longer the original Earth. Now Wang Fan was the student master. She understands that she must do a better job in collecting information or other aspects in the future to make up for these gaps. But Wang Fan's idea is very simple, I just do it. Anyway, even a person has to cut down trees and find a way to survive. All he needs to do is give Lin Qingshe some love. But Wang Fan knew that this matter could not be forced. It would only take a long time, and as time passed, Lin Qingshe would naturally be willing. When Wang Fan was almost asleep, he changed his sleep to Lin Qingshe. Although Lin Qingshe was a little embarrassed, she still lay in Wang Fan's arms and fell asleep. After all, it was a bit cold at night, and there was still some humidity in the cave. Especially in the second half of the night, the temperature was even lower, and the two of them had no quilt. A night of silence. Weather. Sunny 28 degrees, good weather. The planet's rotation is currently normal, and the day duration is 9 hours. Remaining until winter arrives, 8 days. The two of them appeared outside the cave. They had slept well yesterday, but they were very motivated. We have 9 hours today, let's get started. Come on. Today's goal is very simple. Complete the home first. Apart from gathering tools, the two of them have no more wood or stones. Wang Fan immediately started chopping down trees without stopping. The stone axe can increase the felling efficiency by 2 points. Multiplied by 2 is 4 points. Wang Fan can basically cut down 14 units of wood in 1 hour. The cost of building a home is 50 each for stone and wood, which is not too much. Wang Fan can chop 56 units of wood in 4 hours, and Lin Qingshe can get 20 units of stone with a stone pickaxe. When the time comes, just spend another 3 hours getting rocks, and your home will be built today. Lin Qingshe found a few grass plants. These green plants were shaped like lotus leaves, as big as a washbasin, with turned-up leaves on the edges, and some dew inside. After getting a dozen leaves, Lin Qingshe placed them in an open space exposed to sunlight. After collecting the dew, she poured some seawater into them. Looking at the fiery red sun in the sky, okay, we should be able to extract some salt by drying it in the evening. Then they started collecting stones. The two of them were pressed for time and did not go to the chat interface to chat. Every minute and every second was precious. The sound of ding 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 mining came out. A pine tree can provide about 100 units of wood. Generally, if you cut down to 20 units, the pine tree will break and collapse from the gap, causing quite a lot of noise. But a black panther 1,000 meters away from Wang Fan heard the noise and approached Wang Fan. I'm exhausted. Wang Fan wiped his sweat and ate the thorn fruit. The fruit can only barely satisfy hunger, and cannot reach the state of fullness at all. Just as Wang Fan was resting against the pine tree, the black panther rushed out and attacked behind Wang Fan. Wang Fan's hair suddenly stood up, and his biological instinct allowed him to react quickly. Instinctively turning his head to avoid it, the black panther landed smoothly with a bloody arm in his mouth. Wang Fan lost one of his arms, and his arm was bitten off at the elbow joint. The heartbreaking pain made Wang Fan break out in a cold sweat. Wang Fan wailed in pain, and the black panther did not continue to attack. Instead, he pressed his arms under his paws and began to eat. It looked down upon Wang Fan and seemed not to take Wang Fan seriously, just as prey. The Black Panther is very large, a whole circle bigger than the leopards on the earth, and the bulging leopard legs all reveal that it is very powerful. Wang Fan endured the pain, turned around and ran away, although his broken arm hurt. But no blood spurted out, and his blood volume also went from 11 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Wang Fan's heart beat faster and he didn't dare to look back. He could only find a direction to escape first. If his head had just been bitten off, he would probably die immediately. Lin Qingshe heard the commotion and ran over to check, but saw no one from Wang Fan. She immediately sent a message, but Wang Fan didn't answer. Lin Qingshe quickly ran towards the place where the trees were cut down, her eyes full of anxiety. What's going on? Is something going to happen? Wang Fan, don't leave me here alone. Wang Fan was running for the road at this time. He knew very well that he could not take this guy to the cave. Firstly, even if Lin Qingshe was added, the two of them would not be able to deal with it. Secondly, they would all die anyway, so why bother dragging others with him? Why are the creatures here so big? Is it possible that the laborers are going to die here on the third day? The Black Panther swallowed Wang Fan's arm with 3 strikes, 5 divided by 2, and then pursued Wang Fan at an extremely fast speed, which was beyond the reach of 2 legs. The Black Panther attacked again and pounced towards Wang Fan. Roar! That bloody mouth was enough to bite off Wang Fan's head. Wang Fan's adrenaline surged and he immediately fell to the ground. The Black Panther flew directly over Wang Fan's head. After jumping into the air, he landed smoothly, slid for a few meters, and immediately turned around to continue the pursuit. The Black Panther spit out the bones, which were Wang Fan's arms, and the flesh had been swallowed. Seeing the spitted out bones, Wang Fan immediately had a thought flash through his mind. Bones, that's right, there's a way. Wang Fan stood up immediately with one hand on the ground. He had good physical fitness and was blessed with the title of Savage. He immediately stood up and rushed towards a place, but it did not run in a straight line. It's about going around corners. The Black Panther is extremely fast, but precisely because it is not that flexible when turning, it will slip. Wang Fan ran around the bend, which reduced the Black Panther's original advantage, and its huge size became a liability in the forest. It's almost there, I hope it can be useful. Wang Fan thought silently in his heart, he was almost exhausted. The Black Panther was also extremely annoyed and failed several times. Wang Fan's broken arm was originally broken from the elbow joint, but now it is broken from the shoulder. The shocking wound was extremely terrifying, and the blood volume had reached 7 points. Wang Fan plunged into the bush, and on the opposite side of the bush, the ground was covered with bones, and a 15-meter-tall big-mouthed flower was among them. The Black Panther also rushed into the bushes. As soon as he rushed over, it was dumbfounded. At this time, he was about to escape, but he had not had time to release his strength. A huge purple flower mouth bit towards the Black Panther, biting the Black Panther into its mouth, and the green venom on the teeth poured into the Black Panther's body. However, within a few breaths, the Black Panther could not move, leaving only his eyes blinking slightly, and his body had been anesthetized. Wang Fan in the bushes was breathing heavily, sweating on his head, and ran quickly towards the cave. There were no other dangers along the way. Not far away, Wang Fan saw Lin Qingshe approaching. I saw that Wang Fan's whole body was covered with mud, there were leaves and some branches in his hair, and even an entire arm was missing. Lin Qingshe was also greatly surprised. What's going on? A Black Panther nearly 5 meters long, attacked me. Fortunately, I led it to the big-mouthed flower, and it was eaten by the big-mouthed flower. Wang Fan's chest kept rising and falling, leaning against the rock wall outside the cave, breathing heavily. Wang Fan almost fell down today, and the broken wound on his shoulder was no longer so painful. It seemed that there was a magical power that relieved the pain. Wang Fan endured the pain, which was not too severe, and took out a pickaxe with one hand. Come on, get the rocks. We must build our home today. We already have 50 pieces of wood. Lin Qingshe was also worried about this. He was also afraid of something unexpected happening to Wang Fan. It doesn't matter if you were like this. Wang Fan looked at the broken arm. Although the wound was shocking, there was no bleeding. It's okay. It should be because of the game system. I deducted 4 blood. Although the wound is still a little painful, it is not bleeding. I can't die. But if we don't speed up development, our chances of survival will only become slimmer. Wang Fan knew very well that if there was another leopard just now, the two of them would definitely die and there would be no chance of survival. If the labor and management have a troll, they will definitely kill that fool. After saying that, Wang Fan stood up and called Lin Qingshe to mine stones together. The collection speed also dropped by half. Wang Fan could only mine 6 units of stone in 1 hour. Adding Lin Qingshui's 4 points, it was 10 points in 1 hour. It was still possible to get 50 units of rocks before dark. After all, Lin Qingshe had not been idle for a few hours before. Chapter 11. Lin Qingshe worked harder than usual. The situation was very serious. This was not just a game, but also a game of life. Looking at Wang Fan's broken and empty shoulders, Lin Qingshe also said, "I think we are not just in a game. This world is real, and all the creatures and celestial phenomena here are all real. The reason why game interfaces and the like appear is to protect us. Otherwise, the number of human deaths will be even more terrifying." Wang Fan also thought it was very reasonable. His entire arm was missing and was bitten off. Normally, it would be impossible for a person to survive. The blood spurted out from the artery alone was enough to kill him, not to mention the wound infection, which was even more fatal. The only explanation is that the emergence of the game system is a protection mechanism for all humans. Quick, keep digging. We need resources. If we can get weapons later, we can survive better. Wang Fan kept digging for stones even with one hand left. The two of them not only have to face the coming cold winter, but also have to be careful of the wild beasts in the forest, and must work hard to survive. All human beings began to work hard to collect resources and want to survive. Time flies. Remaining daytime. 1 hour. There's only 1 hour left. I have to go see how the salt extraction is going. Lin Qingshe put down the pickaxe and walked towards the open space. In the open space, on dozens of leaves, the seawater has evaporated, leaving some white salt crystals. Lin Qingshe put her finger in her mouth and sucked it, then dipped a little salt crystal into her mouth and said, "Yes, it is indeed salt, but it is a bit thick and not delicate enough. Put all the salt crystals into the inventory and give half of them to Wang Fan. The seawater has not been used up yet. Today, only 10 liters were used, and not many salt crystals were extracted. Try it. I've already eaten it, but it's a little grainy." Wang Fan also took some small sips, not daring to eat too much because his nose was sour, so he could only eat a little bit. "It's really not bad. It would be better if it was more delicate. There are some impurities. Even so, I had to eat it. Let's go. We still have more than half an hour. Let's build our home first." Lin Qingshe also nodded slightly excitedly. "Okay. The home comes with some furniture, so at least you don't have to sleep on rocks tonight. Whether to spend 50 units of stone and wood to build a home?" "Yes." Wang Fan clicked decisively. Detect the surrounding environment and automatically generate a stone gate. Reshaping the surrounding environment. Suddenly, a door made of stone appeared at the entrance of the cave, forcibly changing the irregular opening into a shape that fit the stone door. Following this, the inner wall of the cave began to become smooth and flat, and became square. There are also many more niches that can be used to place lamps or torches and the like. There is also a lamp hanging on the top. The lamp is very bright and emits a dazzling light. It lights up most of the cave, but cannot illuminate the deeper parts. Wooden floors, wooden beds, wooden chairs, wooden tables, and partitions began to appear on the ground. The overall remodeling area was about 130 square meters. The layout has changed to 3 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, 1 kitchen and 2 bathrooms, but there are no kitchen utensils and no toilet. There are only simple beds, and there is only one bed, the size of a school bed, a single bed. Although it is a bit crude, it is quite good to be able to obtain these in such an environment. After all, most people now don't even have a place to shelter from the wind and rain, let alone their homes. The home is constructed and the identification function is unlocked. There seems to be something more in the two people's minds, and some information will be displayed after looking at the furniture. Wooden chair. High quality wooden chair. Shimin. Thick stone gate, HP 100 points. Looking at the good living environment around them, the two of them looked at it all with excitement, finally having a place to stay. Now it's good, I finally have a home, and I can also check the properties and information of objects. Wang Fan said in surprise. It goes without saying how important this is. Only by knowing yourself and the enemy can you win every battle. Wang Fan was also a little curious about what the big-mouthed flower was. There are no gaps in the stone door, but there is still air circulation in the home, probably from some cracks in the mountain or other places. Let's go deep into the cave and put away the lantern grass and luminous stones. Wang Fan said. Lin Qingshe nodded immediately. According to speculation, there was not much danger in the depths of the cave. The two of them took the eternal lamp and walked towards the depths of the cave. Stepping off the wooden floor and stepping on the slightly slippery cave floor, the two of them looked ahead warily. The cave is very deep. After walking about 20 meters, 3 bifurcated cave entrances appeared in front of the two people. There are still 3 forks. How to go? Should we continue walking? Lin Qingshe said with some fear. Observe. Lin Qingshe calmed down immediately, pulled out a long hair, and pointed it at one of the holes. There was no movement in the hair, and there was still no movement in the second one. By the third time, there seemed to be some slight breeze blowing in the hair. The first 2 seem to be dead ends, and the hole on the far right has air circulation. Wang Fan took a deep breath and decided to check them one by one. I hope there's no danger. The 3 openings are approximately 2.5 meters in diameter. After entering the first cave, walking dozens of meters, a small pit appeared in front of the two of them. There are some stalactites above, and water drops are constantly falling into the small pit. It is said that the small pit is actually a platform. It is a stone over 1 meter long. There is an irregular pit on the stone. The small pit is about the size of a soup bowl. There is some clear water inside, and some water drops are constantly dripping from above. Natural fresh water. Non-dangerous, containing minerals, no germs and harmful microorganisms found, harmless to the human body, can be drank directly. It's great. It's fresh water and you can drink it directly. Their eyes immediately lit up, and they ran over and drank several sips from their hands. For 2 days, they basically ate fruits or drank some dew. I have never drank so much. Looking around, there was no other way to go, so the two of them went out and continued to the second cave. About 20 meters into the second cave, a larger puddle appeared. The surrounding rock walls were slippery, and streams of clear water continued to flow down the rock walls. The puddle has a radius of about 2 meters, an irregular circle, and is more like a bathing pool. Natural mountain spring water. No danger, flowing water, harmless to the body. This cannot be drunk directly, and it is living water. It seems that the water in this pool has flowed further down the rock wall. It's okay. It's enough to drink fresh water over there. We can use this place to take a bath. Lin Qingshe also put forward her own idea. Wang Fan also nodded. This is a good idea, but you need to know how deep the pool is. If it was particularly deep, Wang Fan would be afraid that he would not be able to get up, so it would be even more nonsense to take a bath. Wang Fan took out the luminous stone. This stone had absorbed enough sunlight during the day. The luminous stone emitted white light, and Wang Fan dropped it directly into the pool. With the brightness of the luminous stone and the clarity of the mountain spring pool, the entire pool is illuminated. Fortunately, it's not deep, about 1 meter, which is enough for a bath. Lin Qingshe said visually. Wang Fan squatted down and reached out to touch the pool. A slight chill spread to his body. Are you sure you can take a bath here? Won't it give me a cold? Lin Qingshe also spread her hands. Let's see, if there is a way to heat it, it would be quite possible. Let's go to the last cave. The two of them stopped staying and walked towards the third cave. There is a weak wind blowing out of the third cave, and it is obvious that there may be a passage connecting to the outside world. To be on the safe side, the two spent 3 hours digging 30 units of stones in the cave and spent 10 units of stones to make a stone dagger. Stone dagger. Attack +2. With self-defense weapons, the two dared to go in and explore. Be careful, if this is the exit connected to the other end, it might attract monsters. Lin Qingshe reminded. Well, follow me. The two of them passed through the entrance of the cave. The further they went in, the narrower it became, but at least they could pass through. The two must make sure that there is no threat in every part of the cave. If there is a threat, it must be blocked. Otherwise, sleeping would not be so peaceful. It's like seeing a big spider in the room. Can you sleep without killing it? As a place of long-term residence, it is still necessary to check. If there is danger, just release rocks and block the entrance of the hole. Wang Fan took out a stone dagger made in the inventory, which can increase the damage by 2 points. However, it is still unknown how much damage will be done to the monster. In the cave, there was a constant sound of water dripping, and the ground underfoot was a bit soft. It's not hard, but feels a bit like plasticine. After passing the narrow road, the eyes suddenly opened up, and a larger cave emerged. There is about 400 square meters, and there is a chimney-sized vent at the top, and you can vaguely see the red moon. Looking in another direction, the densely packed figures hanging upside down on the top of the cave made their scalps numb. Bats, all of them, were densely packed and hung all over the top. The entire 400 square meter top space was almost completely filled with hanging bats. Only then did the two of them realize that what they had just stepped on was probably all the excrement of these guys. Wang Fan was so frightened that he quickly put the eternal lamp into his inventory. Lin Qingshui also immediately grabbed Wang Fan's hand. The two of them retreated slowly, not daring to make a sound. Lin Qingshui's hands were sweating and she didn't dare to make a sound. This hole must be blocked by then. At the top, a few green eyes suddenly lit up, and then all of them, swiping, all lit up. No, run. The two of them ran for the road, and thousands of bats rushed over behind them. When they saw Wang Fan, they felt like they were seeing a delicious meal. The two of them originally thought that even if there were monsters, there would be only a few of them and they would have to kill them or block the road. But now they are all bats. There is no time to count them. There are at least thousands of them. The two of them ran very fast along the way, as soon as they passed the narrow road. Wang Fan decisively released 20 units of stones from his inventory, completely blocking the narrow road 1 person wide. The volume of each unit of stone is as large as 1 cubic meter, but it is not a regular square. Of course, you can also place it in any shape you like, such as spheres and squares. But even so, 2 smaller bats managed to squeeze through the gap. Seeing that the bat was about to bite him, Wang Fan had quick eyesight and quick hands, and trampled one to death with 1 kick. Then one of the bats fell from his head. Wang Fan was startled and was caught by Wang Fan. Although there are many bats, they don't seem to be very destructive. They can't destroy the narrow road blocked by stones. Fortunately, it's safe for now. Wang Fan wiped the sweat from his forehead. Lin Qingshui looked at the bat in Wang Fan's hand. Why does this bat look so strange? After Wang Fan heard this, he looked at it carefully. He was in a hurry and didn't look carefully. Bats are not big, about the same size as a newborn puppy. They have wings, but their heads are like those of a dog. It has the kind of cute head that a farm dog has just 1 month old, but it hasn't opened its eyes yet. Let's identify it. 1-star dog-headed bat larva. Likes to eat meat and is extremely sensitive to heat sources. The first creature it sees after opening its eyes is considered its mother. It can be tamed. Once tamed, it is more loyal than a dog. Health, 10 points, no attack ability yet. It can actually be tamed, and it will be more loyal than a dog after being tamed. You can keep this little guy. The dog-headed bat screamed, closed its eyes, and made a strange sound. Bats, originally the most disliked animal, now endeared themselves to the two of them because their heads were those of dogs. This little guy must have been accidentally brought here by some adult bat. He can't fly either. This little guy needs to be fed with meat. We don't have any meat. What should we do? Will he starve to death? Wang Fan asked slightly worriedly. Probably not. It likes to eat meat, but it doesn't have to be eaten. Let's feed it some fruits. Try it. The two returned home, hung up the lamp, and got some fresh water to feed to the dog-headed bat. The little guy also stuck out his little tongue and licked it, which was a bit cute. If you can raise it to adulthood, it should still be of some use. Wang Fan said with excitement. If you are not excited and curious about getting a rare species for the first time, it is definitely impossible. Are you sleepy? Wang Fan asked. Fortunately, I think we can continue to collect some stones. Those bats shouldn't be able to get through. Your arm is a problem. Let's get some rocks first and see if we can exchange them for something useful to heal your arm. Lin Qingshui said with concern. Wang Fan also felt warm in his heart. Okay, let's continue digging inside. The two men took the lamp, went to the depths, and started mining with wooden picks. Although the wooden pickaxe is not as good as the stone pickaxe, the sound it makes is not loud, so it is suitable for digging at night and will not attract monsters. Today there are 9 hours of daylight and 15 hours of night. The two slept for 9 hours, spent more than 2 hours exploring, and kept digging for 4 hours. At half the collection speed, the two only collected 40 units of stones. When the two woke up the next day, it was already broad daylight. The stone door does not transmit much light, so you can only check through the cracks in the door to see if it is bright outside. Chat, province. Does anyone know how to treat the injury? I don't know, I haven't been hurt. Don't ask, I have 1 blood left and am about to die. Fruits containing the essence of life can do it. Seeing a useful reply, the two quickly added friends. Hello, what does the fruit of life essence look like? Lin Qingshe asked. Zhang Aihua. Generally, there is a certain probability of picking fruits when picking them. No matter what kind of fruit tree they are, there is a certain probability of growing them. Their colors are often more distinctive. So do you have it? Certainly. Can I trade? Zhang Aihua. Of course I can, but I need a lot of stones and wood. Wang Fan's eyes also lit up. How much can I exchange for? Zhang Aihua was silent for a moment, and then replied, I have built a workbench with 50 units of stones, and I am currently preparing to build a home, but there are no stones near me, only fruit trees. When they saw the word, fruit tree, Wang Fan and the other two were a little envious. There was no shortage of food at all. We currently only have 40 units of stones on hand. I can supply you the remaining 10 units today. Wang Fan replied. Zhang Aihua did not respond to this. The two of them were also a little anxious. Zhang Aihua just felt that he might not give the remaining 10 units. Brother, don't worry, we won't miss you the stones. We have already built a home and the stones are enough. It only takes 10, so it doesn't matter. Zhang Aihua was a little surprised when he saw this. Anyone who can build a workbench is already very good. The other party actually built a workbench and built a home in the first 3 days. This speed is really fast. He was originally worried that the other party would not give those 10 units of stones. After all, stones are absolutely very important to people who have not established a home. Real, I'll take pictures for you. Then a photo was sent to him. Seeing that the other party was developing so rapidly, Zhang Aihua became a little envious. After thinking about it carefully, he felt that this deal could be accepted. Once the opponent comes, they really don't need these 10 units of stones. Secondly, those who can build a home and a workbench in the first 3 days can still produce 40 units of stone at dawn on the 4th day. How arrogant this person is, worth making friends with. Okay, deal, but fruits are very precious and hard to come by. 1 fruit can restore 1 point of blood. 4 fruits can be exchanged for 40 units of stone. Isn't that excessive? Wang Fan thinks it's okay. If the other party can get such a rare thing, it is worthy of long-term cooperation. And after recovery, your collection speed will also recover, and it won't take long to make money back. Okay, no problem, deal. Through the third-party appraisal of the game system, the fruit does have therapeutic effects. Wang Fan felt relieved and clicked the transaction. A pleasure to work with. After replacing 4 life fruits, Wang Fandang took them out. And the appearance looks like that of a plum. Authentic Wuxian plum. Plums containing life essence. Contains pure vitality, which can nourish life and restore health. Let's eat first and then talk. Wang Fan showed off the 4 fruits in a few mouthfuls, and an extremely pure life energy entered his body. As the life force bloomed, countless omnipotent stem cells rushed towards Wang Fan's shoulders. At a speed visible to the naked eye, Wang Fan's body was healing rapidly, and his entire broken arm was also recovering. Not long after, Wang Fan looked at his regrown arm and did a few fitness exercises. It works, it's still the original formula, and it still has the same taste. Lin Qingshe was stunned to see this incredible scene. To explain such a thing scientifically is something that theory cannot do. But right now, we don't want to study these things. Collecting resources is the most important thing. Let's go out and chop down trees. Weather. Cloudy 20 degrees, suitable weather for sleeping. The planet's rotation is currently normal, and the day duration is 10 hours. It has been detected that the planet is starting to move away from the heat source star, and there are 7 days left until the onset of winter. The temperature will reach -70 degrees by then, and the cold winter is expected to last for 20 days, so please prepare in advance. It's cloudy, that's okay, as long as it doesn't rain. Well, Qingshe, you go chop down the tree first, and I'll go see what that big-mouthed flower is. It would be great if it could be tamed like a dog-headed bat. That guy is extremely powerful in combat, Wang Fan said. Curiosity drove him, so he checked it from a distance. If he didn't get close, there wouldn't be much danger. Although Lin Qingshe was worried, it didn't matter if she took a look at it from a distance. After all, the big-mouthed flower shouldn't be able to run. Okay, then I'll chop down the tree first. You be more careful. Yes, I will. More than 10 minutes later, Wang Fan came near the big-mouthed flower again. Looking at it from a distance of about 40 meters, the huge head of the big-mouthed flower was still very conspicuous. If you get closer, the identification function can also be used. 3-star man-eating flower. HP 30 points. No creature swallowed by it can survive at present. The current volume of the creature it can swallow is 15 cubic meters. There is a chance of dropping seeds when killed. 15 cubic meters. 30 blood points. 3 stars. The 1-star dog-headed bat has 10 drops of blood, and the 3-star man-eating flower has 30 drops of blood. Is it possible that the blood volume of these monsters is related to the star rating? Wang Fan also speculated. And maybe the volume of the things swallowed will become larger and larger as the star rating changes. A 4-star person will probably be able to swallow larger things. Can the seeds be dropped? If so, you must kill them if you have the opportunity later. When the time comes, they will be planted at the entrance of the cave, and they will definitely be fierce. After figuring it out, Wang Fan stopped staying and went to cut down the tree with peace of mind. This time, the two of them cut down the tree together. Lin Qingshe did not choose to mine stones again. After all, if you mine stone, you can mine it in a cave at night, and you can also slightly expand the cave. And when the cold winter comes, you will definitely use a lot of wood for making fires, cooking, etc. Qingshe, where do you think we can plant this straw? Wang Fan asked. Lin Qingshe was still wearing no pants. Wang Fan climbed up from the mountainside and could naturally see clearly. When Lin Qingshe felt the glances, her face turned red, and she clamped her coat tightly with her legs to prevent it from being exposed. Let's plant in the open space outside the cave first. It's best to ask the straw seller if he can find other varieties of rice. As long as we get rice with a higher yield, we can have rice to eat. Lin Qingshe also said. If you can eat rice, it will definitely be very nice. Even if there are no dishes to go with it, just 2 bowls of rice will definitely make the two of you look good. Wang Fan also quickly contacted Brother Straw. Brother, do you have other rice over there? Have you found one with a higher yield? After a long time, Brother Straw responded, sorry, I was just digging in the mud. Wang Fan frowned slightly. Digging in the mud? Yes, my place is full of wilderness. Not to mention wood, there are very few stones. The only ones that are most abundant are mud and straw. I plan to build a shelter out of mud and then put it on straw. I think I have no hope of a home now. Wang Fan also had some thoughts about this. This world has a high degree of freedom. You can make anything by yourself, or you can rely on the game system to complete something. It's just that manual work is more difficult. Brother Straw does have some hands-on skills. If it were an ordinary person, he would have resigned himself to his fate. If you don't want to talk too much, let's get down to business. Are there any other varieties? Brother Straw also replied immediately. He knew that the opportunity to exchange resources had come. Yes, I still have straw with a high yield, but the rhizome is too thin, and it is basically rotting in the ground. There is also a kind of straw that grows very quickly. When I first came here, there was nothing. Only a few days later, there were already prototypes of millet. Wang Fan's eyes suddenly lit up. I want it all, please mention your needs. Fire, I need fire. And this also made Wang Fan a little surprised. Fire. Don't you want wood or stone? I want it, but now everyone needs these 2 things. I don't ask for it. Too little is of no use to me. Too much is definitely not something you can get out. And just change it to some straw. I've raised the price, can you agree? Cannot. That's it, give me fire and I will burn the soil. I need to build an earth house before the cold winter comes to survive the cold winter. I have collected a lot of dry straw. If given some time, I can build an earth house for 2 people. Okay, later, you can collect some along the way and I'll give you something good tonight. Wang Fan replied. Sure, no problem. Wang Fan plans to build a camp when the time comes. As for the fuel to maintain the camp, Brother Straw has a lot of straw, so it is not a big problem. And the only source of fire is the camp. After reading the chat record, Lin Qingshe also nodded slightly. If we can cultivate rice with high yield, strong roots in a particularly short cycle, we will not worry about running out of food in the future. Hope everything goes well. After Wang Fan cut down the tree for a while, he carefully explored the surrounding area, hoping to find something useful. It would be better if there was a resource box. Be careful, remember the route, don't get lost. Lin Qingshe reminded. Wang Fan made an okay gesture, OJBK. This time I did not choose to go down the mountain to explore. If I encountered a wild animal, I had to run from bottom to top to reach the cave. Not only was it tiring, but it was also easy to slip and fall. After walking through the open space in front of the cave, Wang Fan walked up the mountain. The mountain was very quiet, just like those deep mountains and old forests in the village, except that the plants here were different from those on Earth. After having the identification function, Wang Fan did not touch those poisonous plants and avoided them perfectly. Several pitcher plants also appeared not far ahead, but these pitcher plants were very large. Each pig pitcher could hold an adult. The pitcher plants were a full 10 meters high. There are 5 pig cages, and there is a copper box in one of the pig cages, but it is rusty and looks like it has been there for some time. My sow, the resource box, Wang Fan said in surprise. However, Wang Fan did not dare to take it directly. What to do if the pitcher plant eats people? Only a corner of the box leaked out, so it would take some effort to take it out. Nepenthes, the mosquito killer. With it, there are no mosquitoes, rats, or ants within a kilometer radius, and it is not aggressive to humans. Fortunately, it's not aggressive, so I can take it out, which is great. Wang Fan did not take it directly, but wrapped his hands with a few dead leaves to take it. Although the pitcher plant was not aggressive, the liquid inside was not certain. The pig cages are filled with unknown liquids, so be careful. The boxes are 1-star quality resource boxes. Open the resource box. Bow and arrow manufacturing drawings. Required wood times 10, spider silk times 1. Arrow manufacturing drawings. Required wood times 2, you can add another unit of material to change the arrow material. A set. The remote one is better, but where can I get this spider silk? Wang Fan was also a little confused for a while. Fortunately, the harvest was good. I will look for the spider silk later, but Wang Fan feels that the spiders in this world are not easy to mess with. After putting away the manufacturing drawings, Wang Fan planned to go back. It would not be safe if he ran too far. Just when Wang Fan stood up and was about to leave, a strange creature about 30 meters away caught Wang Fan's attention. Wang Fan has very good eyesight. Although he was 30 meters away, he could probably see the appearance of the creature clearly. I saw that the creature was the same size as a human, and its height was estimated to be at least 2 meters, but the creature's head was a sheep's head. That's right, a monster with a goat's head and body. At this time, the mountain was extremely quiet, but the appearance of such a terrifying creature in the deserted mountains and old forests would send chills down anyone's back. Wang Fan felt a chill in his heart when he saw it for the first time, but fortunately, the monster did not notice Wang Fan. Wang Fan slowly moved behind the huge pig cage of Nepenthes, letting his body be blocked by the Nepenthes. Wang Fan held his breath and didn't dare to take a breath. That guy was not a good guy at first glance. Looking through the gaps between the pitcher plants, the goat man was still standing there and looking around. But this time, Wang Fan could see more clearly. There was some red liquid on the sheep's face, which seemed to be blood. A pair of horns were bent back, and the eyes were blood red. The crows that sounded from time to time on the mountain made Wang Fan even more nervous. If this guy comes over, I will definitely be dead. I have to think of a way. Wang Fan thought in his mind. He felt that he could only attack in the east and attack in the west. He did not dare to be tough. The Black Panther had already caused him a lot of suffering last time. This, Goat Man, is obviously not easy to mess with, and this kind of humanoid creature also makes him feel very scary. Picking up a stone, Wang Fan squatted on the ground, tried to avoid making any noise, and threw it in the opposite direction to the cave. There was a clang, and a hare in the grass in the distance was frightened and rushed out, panicking and fleeing into the distance. The Goat Man also howled excitedly after seeing the hare. The sound was extremely sharp and penetrating, and then he ran towards the hare. Wang Fan also took this opportunity to quickly crawl towards the cave. He did not dare to get up for fear of being seen. The crawling Wang Fan was blocked by the lush grass. After crawling away, Wang Fan stood up and looked hundreds of meters away. The sheep man seemed to be eating the hare alive. What the hell is this place? What kind of strange species are these? Wang Fan cursed and quickly descended, running towards the cave. Wang Fan broke out in cold sweat on his forehead, and even though his back was dripping with sweat, he felt a little chilly. What's wrong? Lin Qingshe asked worriedly. Seeing Wang Fan's face as pale as paper, Lin Qingshe also realized that Wang Fan seemed to be frightened. I don't have time to tell you in detail. Anyway, let's go into the cave first. It's too dangerous outside. Wang Fan took Lin Qingshe into the cave and closed the heavy stone door. Only then did Wang Fan feel a little relieved. Lin Qingshe also filled some fresh water with leaves and handed it to Wang Fan. What's wrong? Tell me the specific situation. Wang Fan opened his eyes wide and looked at Lin Qingshe, which made Lin Qingshe's heart tighten. Qingshe, there is a goat man. What? Sheep man? What the hell? Lin Qingshe also felt confused. In short, it was a man with a human body, but his head was a sheep's head, and he tore a hare into pieces and ate it alive. Hearing Wang Fan's explanation, Lin Qingshe also took a breath of cold air. She didn't know what to do, but now that she knew it, Lin Qingshe no longer dared to go outside. Don't go out yet, this is scary. Lin Qingshe said in fear. Well, we need weapons and armor. Winter is coming soon. If we can't go out to collect resources, then we will be doomed. Wang Fan laughed at himself. Lin Qingshe blinked her beautiful eyes. Then let's get the stones first, and then we'll go to the trading market to see if there are any blueprints for manufacturing the armor. Trading market. The two of them rummaged around for a while and found some blueprints for making armors, but they didn't have many of the materials and they were basically not sold on the market. Many armors require iron blocks. We don't have iron ore here. Although the armor blueprints on the market can see the materials required to synthesize the armor, you have not obtained the blueprints to unlock this technology. Even if you know the required materials, you cannot create the finished product yourself. The two continued to search, and there were still many blueprints for sale in the trading market. After all, after unlocking, that technology can exist permanently, so the blueprints can basically be exchanged for daily necessities. Armor can increase blood volume, but neither of them has personally experienced how it is converted into blood volume. How about looking at the priorities that can increase blood volume? Lin Qingshe said. Feasible. After rummaging for a while, most of the armors could only increase the HP by 5 points. Even if there were some that could reach 10 points, the materials required were mostly harsh, such as iron blocks, stainless steel, obsidian, etc., which the two of them simply did not have. These materials are not even traded in the market, they are so rare. After rummaging for a while, a crazy outlaw armor caught their attention. Crazy outlaw armor. Increase blood volume by 10 points. The vitality of nature is only afraid of flames, and the damage caused by flames is increased by 3 times. Wang Fan looked at the synthetic material and was delighted. This is good, it can increase the blood volume by 10 points, and it only requires 20 wood and 20 stones, which we just have. But this armor is afraid of fire. If it is burned by fire, it will lose 3 times the blood. Lin Qingshe decisively bought it, spending 10 stones. It doesn't matter, the wild beasts and monsters we face probably don't know how to use fire. For now, priority is still given to blood volume. Well, good. At present, there is no wood in the hands of the two, but there are people in the trading market who are short of stones. They can exchange wood of equal value for stones, but there are only a few hundred people. After all, There are too few people who don't lack wood and stone in the early stage. Even if they don't lack these, they generally won't be traded. After all, stone and wood are needed to build anything. The two of them didn't go out during the day. They didn't know there was such a strange creature before, but it didn't matter. Even if they encountered a beast, they would dare to do it. But it's hard to judge whether the goat man is real. Humanoid monsters always make people shudder. The two of them worked in the cave for 10 hours straight, and Wang Fan exchanged 150 units of stones for 50 units of wood, and now there are still 100 stones and 50 units of wood. Wang Fan wiped his sweat and opened the interface excitedly. Okay, let's just make 2 pieces of fanatic armor. Crazy outlaw armor times 2, requires 40 units of wood and 40 units of stone. Whether it is manufactured, manufacture, byte. With an additional piece of armor in the inventory, Wang Fan took it out without hesitation. The armor was a little green. Wang Fan put it on his body, and the armor disappeared into Wang Fan's body. Integrating. Estimated time is 30 minutes. Not long after, the integration was completed. Wang Fan. HP 22 points. The title of Savage makes Wang Fan's health a little thicker. Lin Qingshe. HP 20 points. Wang Fan groped for a long time on his body, but found nothing. The armor seemed to have really entered his body. Holy crap, where did it go? You can see it in the equipment column and in the interface. Lin Qingshe reminded. After groping for a while, the two finally understood that the equipment could be directly submerged into the body and did not need to appear outside. Lin Qingshe started to look through How to Survive the Death Door World, and found the introduction on one page. Equipment will turn into life energy and enter the body. When in danger, the equipment will sacrifice its own life force to provide a shield for the host and resist damage. The specific life points sacrificed are calculated based on the level of damage received. I see. In this way, we have a little more capital. Well, let's go out and chop down trees tomorrow. The two of them did not go out today, but chose to continue fighting. Armor is not enough, they must have weapons. The stone dagger can increase the damage by 2 points. If you can upgrade the star, you will naturally have the confidence to go out. Forging table. Requires stone times 80 wood times 20 to enchant items with star upgrades. 80 stones, I still need to worry about it now. Let's see if there is any wood exchange in the trading market. Let's exchange it again. Today's opportunity has not been used up. At present, the two of them have 60 stones and 10 wood, and they will have to pass a primary camp to Brother Straw soon. The camp requires stone times 10, wood times 10. Let's change it to 30, so that 40 pieces of wood can be used to build 2 camps and a forging platform. The two of them rummaged around for a while, and found that most of them were sold here and there in the wood market. Those with more than 10 units had already been replaced by Wang Fan once before. After all, not many people have that much wood resources, so what they can exchange is out of necessity. Most of them exchanged some food and drink. After all, there were only a few people who exchanged wood for stones, but after waiting for a long time, they finally collected 40 units of wood. And the stones have been replaced for only 30 units. Wang Fan couldn't help but complain. Oh, I'm poor again. Lin Qingshe also thought about it, and then said, it's okay, just build the camp first, and then you can get out of the forging platform in about 6 hours. When the forging table is finished and a 2-star stone dagger comes out, we can go out. Even if we can't win, we should be able to run away. Wang Fan was also helpless, his liver really ached, and he couldn't imagine the existence of the so-called game system without it. Ordinary people like them who don't know any survival skills will die miserably. He probably died when he met the Black Panther. The two ate a few thorn berries and ran to the cave to drink some water. This time they also sprinkled salt in, but not too much, otherwise it would be too salty. Whether to create a camp times 2, 20 units of wood and stone are required. Yes, ding, manufacturing is complete. After building 2 more primary camps, Wang Fan was left with 10 stones and 20 wood. Wang Fan no longer hesitated and immediately contacted Brother Straw. Brother, are you there? The fire is coming, but you need to add firewood yourself. Brother Straw was also very excited. In the wilderness, there were pieces of mud bricks, and the bricks were mixed with straw. Great, I'm just waiting for you, little brother. Well, let's trade now. What seeds did you get? Wang Fan asked. Brother Daikao also said, I have 10 high-yielding upland rice plants that are prone to failure, 10 fast-maturing upland rice plants, and 10 low-yield upland rice plants that are not prone to failure. Lin Qingshui's eyes lit up when she heard this. In this way, upland rice grafting and hybridization can be carried out, although the possibility of success is very low. But don't forget, no matter how difficult it is, there was still a respected old man who succeeded. If you have learned from past mistakes and followed the example, I believe you will still have some success. Seeing Wang Fan's delay in replying, Brother Straw became anxious. If there is no fire source, how can one make clay bricks? Brother, why don't you say anything? Don't be too little. I really don't have anything else here. Upon seeing this, Wang Fan immediately replied, no, let's trade directly. Okay, so good. Ding, the transaction is completed. Wang Fan immediately transferred all the upland rice to Lin Qingshui. He had heard about and seen these grafting and hybridizations, but he had to do it himself. Come on, 2 words, he can't. Lin Qingshui casually observed a few upland rice plants. With these different types of plants, I think I can succeed, but the probability of failure is also high. We still need him to provide us with more in the future. It may take hundreds or thousands of times, but as long as we succeed, we can eat rice. Lin Qingshui is also very enthusiastic about this matter. The top student always tries to solve these problems and conduct experiments. Has a unique love, and Lin Qingshui is exactly like this. Let's collect stones first, make a dagger, and go out to chop wood tomorrow. The exchange will be too little, not enough. Wang Fan also hummed. The camp's consumption was 2 units of wood per hour. That is to say, 48 pieces of wood will be consumed in 1 day, and the cold winter will last for 20 days. At least 1,000 units of wood must be prepared for the full amount. It is not certain whether the temperature will directly warm up and become normal on the 21st day. We must be prepared for a long-term winter. The 2 of them mined for more than 6 hours, and a total of 90 units of stone were mined. They also took a break in the middle, otherwise there would be more. Wang Fan rubbed his groggy black eyes. I'm exhausted. Go to bed and do it tomorrow. Lin Qingshui also yawned. It was a little cold in the cave. She stopped for a moment, and her lower body also felt a little cold. It's so cold. I need to make pants soon. After that, Lin Qingshui returned to the wooden bed and fell asleep. But she still took a leaf the size of a washbasin and covered it in the triangle area. The bed board is a bit hard, but it's pretty good to have a peaceful sleep in this place. After all, many people still have no fixed abode and are hiding here and there. Wang Fan glanced at it. Hey, why are you building it up? Is it possible that I can still peek at it? After complaining, Wang Fan also started to make things. Forging table. Required, stone times 80 wood times 20. Whether it is manufactured. Yes. The wood is almost used up, and there are not many stones left. The resources are consumed too quickly. Oh, I'm poor again. Wang Fan had to lament how quickly resources were used. There were so many things that needed to be obtained. The more he earned, the more he spent. There are still 6 days left, we must speed up. Go to sleep first, Wang Fan said to himself. Afterwards, Wang Fan also put a few leaves on the wooden floor, lay down directly on the ground, and fell asleep. Far away in the wilderness, Brother Straw did not sleep. In a simple shack made of mud, Brother Straw was firing adobe bricks in disgrace. There was also a pretty girl lying next to her, but the girl seemed to be in a bad condition and couldn't stand up. She was a disabled person. Well, I'm sorry, it was me who held you back. You don't have to worry about me. After all, we don't know each other well, the girl said with a sad but apologetic expression. Brother Straw squatted and turned around, looking at the girl. What are you talking about? Although this is a strange world, I am a flesh and blood person. How can you just watch a 20-year-old girl die in the wilderness and be eaten by wild beasts? Don't worry, if I eat it, you will eat it. Hearing Brother Straw's serious answer, the girl's eyes welled up with tears. She originally thought that she would be abandoned as a disabled person. But the man in front of her, who looked ordinary and even slightly ugly, not only did not dislike her, but also cared for her. This was something she never expected in her dreams, and then she said with a hint of choking, "Well, it's very late. Go to bed, I can sleep with you." Brother Straw just smiled leisurely. "Okay, but don't worry, I won't do anything to you." Hearing this, the girl's heart felt warm. "Why are you so nice? The world is in tatters, but there are always people making repairs. Once upon a time, I was just an abandoned baby abandoned by my biological parents. Go to sleep." Weather. Light rain 26 degrees sun rain. The planet's rotation is currently normal, and the day duration is 11 hours. It has been detected that the planet is starting to move away from the heat source star, and there are still 6 days left before the onset of winter. The temperature will reach -70 degrees by then, and the cold winter is expected to last for 20 days, so please prepare in advance. Seeing the reminder getting closer and closer, Wang Fan became more and more nervous. There are still 6 days left, so we have to hurry up. Let's raise the star of the previous dagger first, Lin Qingshe reminded. Wang Fan also took it out immediately. It was made when he was exploring the dog-headed bat cave. It was of 1-star quality. To upgrade a 1-star dagger to 2-star, you need 20 units of stones. Wang Fan used the forging table and used up the remaining 20 stones. Now he was completely poor. Holding the 2-star dagger, Wang Fan was also very happy. The 2-star stone dagger could add 4 points of damage. And to upgrade to 3 stars, you need 30 units of stone, and so on. Wang Fan looked at the empty inventory and felt a sense of bitterness. "I'm poor. Now that I have weapons, I'll dig another 30 units of stones to make you a 2-star dagger. Let's go out and chop down trees." Well, good. The two spent another 3 hours making a 2-star dagger for Lin Qingshe. "It's much safer now, let's go, Famuel." Dry. After opening the stone door, the two of them came outside. Wang Fan immediately started chopping down trees. With armor and a 2-star quality dagger, he felt very safe. Wang Fan used a stone axe to cut down at 14 o'clock an hour, which was already very fast, while Lin Qingshe was also busy cultivating upland rice. These upland rice species do not require much water, unlike rice that needs to be grown in paddy fields. Lin Qingshe also grafted and hybridized different varieties, but this did not happen overnight. There are still 8 hours left in the day, and Wang Fan certainly doesn't want to keep cutting down trees, and he still has to find food. Most of the trading markets are for fruits and the like, but there is no meat, and even if there is, it is rotten meat. These people are really trading carrion for things. Wang Fan couldn't help but complain. Although the rotten meat can satisfy your hunger after being roasted, it is not good to eat after all. It is like spoiled vegetables and the skewers are watery. After cutting for 4 hours, there were 56 units of wood in the inventory. Wang Fan also rested for a while holding on to the tree trunk. "It's almost done, let's go see where we can get some meat. Clear the snow, let's go up the mountain and have a look. I've seen hares before. It would be better if we could get some meat." Lin Qingshe also put down the upland rice in her hands and walked up the mountain with Wang Fan. It was still too dangerous to go alone, so there were 2 people to look after her. Not long after, the two came to the mountain. Lin Qingshe was surprised when she saw the pitcher plant in front of her. "Is this pitcher plant so big?" "Yes, I can fit you in," Wang Fan said sarcastically. "Let's just pretend that we are both good enough. Can this thing be cut down? Will it lose seeds?" These words made Wang Fan's eyes light up. "Yes, I didn't expect that this grass is not aggressive to us. It is so big that it is impossible to move it. I don't know how deep the roots are. If you destroy it and the seeds fall out, you won't be afraid of bugs in the future." After saying that, the 2 men immediately started to chop. The pitcher plant is a 3-star plant with 30 health points. Wang Fan can cut off 5 health points with 1 slash. Together, the 2 of them could cut off 10 health points at once, and the pitcher plant was killed in just a few strokes. As the pitcher plant dies, 2 seeds also fall out. Nepenthes seedlings times 2. The seeds really dropped. The 2 of them were also overjoyed. It seems that as long as these plants are chopped down, they may drop seeds. If you find useful plants later and chop them down if you can't collect them, you may be able to get seeds. Lin Qingshe also nodded slightly. "Well, it's feasible. Is this the sheep man you saw here before?" "Yes, that's right. Be careful. If we do encounter them, we can try to kill them. Lin Qingshe had no fear or hesitation. Sooner or later, she would have to face these things, and it was impossible for her to stay at home. A rustling sound appeared not far away. The two of them looked over and saw two rabbit heads poking out from under a dead tree stump. They were carrying dead leaves to the side of the nest to cover the entrance of the hole. Wang Fan looked happy and whispered, "Rabbit, it's a rabbit, and it's in a hole." Lin Qingshe also made a gesture of silence, then lowered her body and approached the cave. The big fat rabbit was very alert and seemed to notice the slightest movement and immediately dived into the hole. Inside, Lin Qingshe was also overjoyed. It's just in time to go in. Wang Fan, let's find out if there are any other holes nearby and block them. As the saying goes, if a cunning rabbit has 3 burrows, there may be others. The two searched for a while and found 3 other cave entrances. It really does exist. There are only these 3 cave entrances within a 100-meter radius. Including the cave entrances where they were hiding just now, there are 4 in total. Wang Fan inserted a dead branch into each hole to mark it. Block it up and fill it with water. Hey, I'm good at this. Lin Qingshe guarded 1 cave entrance, while Wang Fan released 3 units of stones to block the other cave entrances. Then a simple fence was built around the remaining hole with thick branches. Hee, let's see how you run. Wang Fan no longer hesitated and immediately poured the seawater in. I poured it in gurglingly, filling it with about 60 liters of seawater. Finally, at the 62nd liter, 3 figures jumped out of the hole at once. The rabbits felt like there was a flood in the hole, and all the ways out were blocked, leaving only one entrance to the hole. The rabbits wanted to escape, but the only way left was a dead end. As a result, they were all blocked in a simple fence. The 3 big fat rabbits were trembling with fear when they looked at the 2 wolves and tigers. The rabbits here are not much different from the rabbits on the earth. The only difference may be that the rabbits here are slightly bigger and have more meat. Don't be afraid, little rabbit. Master Fan, I will definitely taste your rabbit meat carefully. Jia Jia Jia. Wang Fan was about to chop him to death with his sword, but was stopped by Lin Qingshe. Wait a minute, let's take a look at the gender of this rabbit. Lin Qingshe checked one by one and found 3 rabbits, 2 male and 1 female. We just need to kill 1 male, and the remaining 2 can be used as breeding rabbits. Rabbits reproduce very quickly. I believe that as long as we can breed them, we can realize the freedom of rabbit meat. Wang Fan also killed 1 of the male rabbits and put the body in the inventory. Wang Fan shrugged. It seems that studying well is quite useful. If you don't tell me, I will kill them all and eat them. It's common for rabbits to give birth to 5 to 8 rabbits in a litter, and they can give birth about 6 to 7 times a year. Wang Fan was also surprised when he heard that. He made a slight estimate and was also surprised, almost 50 a year. I'm afraid that won't work. We have to catch a few more for breeding. Let's look for it again. How can 50 of them be enough to eat? We still have to wait for them to grow up. Although Wang Fan was surprised at the breeding speed of rabbits, they were indeed not enough to eat, and if they were bred later, they would be sold in exchange for supplies, so that was definitely a good choice. Who could say no to a little roasted rabbit sprinkled with salt? Okay, it's still early anyway, we can look for it again. The 2 immediately became interested, tied the rabbit's legs with straw, and then placed it in the fence. Come and get it later, let's go look elsewhere. Look for caves. If you find new caves, you can find rabbits. Faced with Lin Qingshui's suggestion, Wang Fan also agreed. Where there is a hole, there is a rabbit. Wang Fan was afraid that there was not enough seawater, so he asked Brother Hai Hai to replace it with 100 liters of seawater. Not long after, the 2 also found several caves, but some caves seemed to have nothing, and nothing came out after filling them for a long time. They continued to search, and after about an hour, they found 2 more female rabbits, but not a single male. Wang Fan looked at the 4 rabbits in the fence and was a little worried. I'll go, how are the 3 female rabbits doing now? Is the male one going to die from exhaustion? Lin Qingshe said with some embarrassment. Probably, no, the rabbit will be done in a few seconds, what can it be so tiring? Wang Fan was ashamed. That's right. 3 seconds rabbit. The 2 grabbed the rabbit and headed towards the mountainside. It was getting dark, and it would be troublesome if it got dark if they stayed any longer. Your Majesty asked me, to patrol the mountain. Wang Fan hummed a tune leisurely while carrying the rabbit. Lin Qingshe also hummed, but the sound was not loud, so only the two of them could hear it. Just as the two of them were humming a tune leisurely, Wang Fan, who was walking in front, suddenly stopped and squatted down immediately, and Lin Qingshe also squatted down instinctively. Lin Qingshe took out the two-star stone sword and held it tightly. What are you squatting down for? What do you see? Wang Fan looked towards the direction of the cave and saw a sheep man wandering in the open space, sometimes tilting his head, sometimes making low growls, which was very intrusive. Why did this thing come to the door of my house? I'm sorry. When Lin Qingshe took a closer look, her hair stood on end. It was easy to tell if it was a beast or something. This sheep man was really weird. What should I do? Lin Qingshe asked anxiously. Of course she is not as calm as Wang Fan, after all, girls are inherently timid. Wang Fan swallowed, and there was still half an hour until dark, and time waited for no one. It only gets more dangerous after dark. Wang Fan took a deep breath and said with a stern face, no matter what, let's do it. If we can't do it, we will run to the cave. This guy may not be able to keep us. Just do it. Lin Qingshe adjusted her breathing, and followed Wang Fan with her bare buttocks white. I saw Wang Fan yelling, die. The voice was so loud that he would not be afraid if he shouted it. You to death, you fool. The sheep man's ears twitched, and when he heard the movement, he immediately turned around. When he saw Wang Fan and the other two, his eyes immediately turned red and he was very excited. Mea, a cry that sounded like a sheep but not a sheep came, which made people's hair stand on end. The goat man slapped his hoof towards Wang Fan, and with a thud, a shield appeared instantly, blocking the blow. Wang Fan, HP 19 points. Wang Fan was overjoyed when he saw this. You've only lost 3 points, you're a big guy. I thought you were so awesome. You look so scary, but you turned out to be trash. Then Lin Qingshe also realized that the goatman's attack could cause 3 points, but what about herself? How many cuts could a 2-star dagger do? Without thinking much, the two of them slashed at him. The sheep man was not too smart, so he chose to fight Wang Fan, but he was met with 2 stone daggers. But the goat man was very cruel, kicking with his hooves and biting with his mouth. Although the damage was only 3 points, the attack was too fast, which also surprised Wang Fan. 2 clicks. The goat man's hands and feet were chopped off. Hey! The shrill cry of the sheep echoed in the mountains, but even so, the other arm gave Wang Fan a hoof. Boom! Wang Fan, HP 10 points. Lin Qingshe, HP 11 points. The bloodline of the goatman was also revealed. 3-star goatman, 30 points of health. Remaining blood volume, 20. Wang Fan's eyes widened when he saw the prompt. 10 points, together we can cause a terrifying 10 points of damage. 2 more hits and this guy will die. The two of them did not dare to neglect at all. This goat man is tall and weird. As long as he kicks Wang Fan and the two of them with his hoof, they will lose blood, and with that huge power. Wang Fan felt that without the protection of the game system, more than half of the designated ribs would be broken by this hoof kick. Finally, with an unwilling wailing sound, the goat man fell to the ground. Wang Fan only had 7 health points left, and Lin Qingshe had 8 health points left. Without the blessing of armor, the two of them would have died. Wang Fan panted heavily and looked helplessly at the arm that was kicked off by the goat man. Did this guy have full attack speed? He almost killed both of us. Lin Qingshe also wiped the cold sweat from her forehead with lingering fear. Fortunately, I have armor, otherwise I would have to explain myself here today. And with the death of the goat man, something exploded. Cashmere times 2. Dark matter times 2. Sheep's horn times 2. 2-star resource box times 1. Wang Fan was also happy when he saw the dropped things. My sow, something exploded. It's really not in vain for us to spend so much effort, my sow. Lin Qingshe looked at the darkening sky in the distance and reminded, let's go, it's getting dark. Let's take the rabbits and things into the cave first. After returning to the cave and closing the stone door, the two of them breathed a sigh of relief. On the table at home, a 2-star resource box was placed on it. The two of them were very excited. This was the first time they opened the 2-star resource box. I heard that the 2-star resource box will produce semi-finished products such as materials. If you are lucky, there will be finished products. Try your luck. Qingshe, my hands are dark, come and open it and see if there is anything good. Lin Qingshe did not refuse and immediately opened it, followed by a flash of golden light. Cashmere suit times 1. Cashmere suit drawing times 1. Sheep cub times 2. Condom manufacturing drawings times 1. You have clothes, Qingshe, you have clothes to wear. There are actually little sheep cubs. That's great. There's meat to eat. Lin Qingshe was also very happy and returned the savage uniform to Wang Fan. As soon as Wang Fan put it on, he smelled a unique milky fragrance. You haven't taken a shower these days and you still smell so good. Lin Qingshe shrugged her shoulders, her white skin clearly visible. Because she was too excited, she was completely naked at the moment and had not yet put on the cashmere suit. Wang Fan's words also made Lin Qingshe pause. Well, you reminded me that these are new clothes after all, so you have to take a shower before wearing them. But there is no hot water, alas. Wang Fan also felt that his whole body was covered in mud and it was time for a massage. He was from the north and missed the scene of taking a bath in the big bathhouse. The master rubbed it out and it looked as if he had waxed it. Bright. Well, I'm going to get some water to boil. After it's boiled, I can take a shower, but there's just no shower gel. Lin Qingshe also nodded in approval. Okay, I'll finish washing it in a while, burn some and you can wash it again, how about I give you a bath? Wang Fan was stunned when he heard this. Rub it for me. Lin Qingshe nodded seriously and looked at Wang Fan with her big eyes. Yes, don't you think taking a bath is a great way to relieve stress? It's all in vain. Wang Fan also nodded. Sure, I don't care. Well, that's it. Anyway, we still have a long time to spend together, and there will always be unavoidable embarrassment. Why not be more honest? Anyway, you. Lin Qingshe curled her lips and muttered. Wang Fan also became excited for a moment, then the rubbing is finished. Then. Lin Qingshe turned her head. No way, don't even think about it. Wang Fan also shrugged. The relationship between the two has taken a step forward, so he is not in a hurry for success. Okay, I'm going to get hot water. I'm tired today and had a fight. It's time to have a good rest. Wang Fan also looked for wooden barrels in the trading market. Currently, there is no good way to heat the water in the second cave, so he can only boil water and put it in the wooden barrel for washing. You want the blueprint for making a big wooden barrel or a smaller one? I happen to have 2 types. The smaller one will sell you 2 units of wood, and the larger one will sell you 5 units of wood. And my wooden barrel can withstand fire after it reaches 2 stars. It can be used as a boiler. Facing Sister Tong's inquiry and explanation, Wang Fan also thought for a moment and immediately made up his mind. Where can the younger one take a bath with the school beauty Shui? Of course the older one is better. I want a big one. I'll give you 5 pieces of wood. Happy cooperation. Sister Wooden Tong was also a little surprised. She originally thought that Wang Fan would choose a cheap small wooden barrel, but it was a good thing at the moment. Okay, no problem, little brother is so cool. After the transaction was completed, Wang Fan stopped worrying and started manufacturing immediately. Barrel times 1, 10 units of wood are required. Whether to make. Yes. As the white light flashed, a large wooden barrel with a diameter of 2.5 meters and a height of 1.6 meters suddenly appeared in the home. You have to upgrade it to a star, so you can burn it and wash it at the same time. Later, Wang Fan spent another 20 units of wood to upgrade the barrel's star. 2-star wooden barrel. Sturdy, resistant to burning, antiseptic, essential for home and travel, essential for survival. It's really good. Wang Fan also praised. Then, after making a circle with stones, the barrel was put up, and a camp was placed at the bottom, with many branches. All the water in the cave pool was brought in through the storage column. Anyway, the pool will basically be slowly filled with mountain water overnight. As the camp was ignited, the tree branches also burned. Taking advantage of this little time, Wang Fan roasted the rabbit he caught during the day and sprinkled it with some salt, which gave it a little flavor. The rabbit meat is very fragrant. If you take a photo and send it to the class group will instantly go crazy. Hey, roast rabbit, I'll be a good boy. Brother Fan, I'm still nibbling on the fruit, So you've already eaten the meat. Holy shit, I don't even have any fruit, but some of you actually eat meat. That's too much. I drink water every day to satisfy my hunger. I'll go. Wang Fan also smiled with satisfaction. Even a scumbag like him would be envied by others. I caught a few rabbits and gave birth to the first one to be sold to our class for a taste. As soon as these words came out, the people in the group were extremely moved. Of course they wanted to eat meat, but which of those beasts were easy to mess with? A non-aggressive mobile steak like a rabbit was really the best. The two of them were very satisfied with this meal. This was the most satisfying meal they had eaten since arriving on this strange planet. As long as these rabbits grow up quickly, we will no longer have to eat thorns or drink water to satisfy our hunger, hee. The atmosphere was very relaxed for a while, and the first meal of meat before the cold winter was very fragrant. Not long after, the two people in the wooden barrel were leaning leisurely on the edge of the barrel. Some flower petals were scattered in the water, and some leaves were added by Lin Qingshe. It is said that it has the effect of cleaning pores and removing acne marks. After eating and drinking enough, taking a hot bath will make you feel more at ease. Lin Qingshe closed her eyes, and the hot water was steaming just up to her chest. The hot steam made her already fair skin become more translucent and tender. Wang Fan only glanced at it a few times before reacting, and he immediately closed his eyes and stopped thinking about it. Color is emptiness and emptiness is color. Lin Qingshe also quietly opened one eye and glanced at Wang Fan, with a slight smile on her lips. She also affirmed Wang Fan's character in her heart. It's good to be able to do this without the constraints of legal rules. A man. Lin Qingshe then closed her eyes and continued to enjoy. Through the chat channel, she also knew that many women were unlucky on this strange planet without legal control. Matching with some criminals or scum, insulting them or acting as tools, there is no humanity at all. However, the matching mechanism also prioritizes matching of some normal parties. As for those men or women with bad teammates, it can only be said that they are unlucky. Chat, downtown. It's evening again today, there are only 5 days left, and I haven't even collected enough wood for the winter. Help, why did you match me with this scumbag? Find me 2 fruits to eat on the first day, 10 times in one night, and no one cares. Upstairs, you're lucky. It's really rare that you didn't get beaten or beaten. Now everyone is crossing the river like a mud Buddha, and no one is going to take care of it. Help, I have to be a cow and a horse when I come to this place. My poor teammates don't do anything. I have to go out to find food every day. I cut down trees. It's more tiring than driving screws in an electronics factory. Quote. Then you can work alone, why do you have to form a team? No, if we separate, I don't know why the monsters in the night will easily find the lone person. Lin Qingshe was also secretly glad that she and Wang Fan were matched together. Wang Fan was not only capable, but also a good person. Although these few days were short, his character could be seen. Wang Fan, thank you. The sudden words also made Wang Fan a little confused, and then he asked, why are you thanking me? It's nothing, I just want to thank you. After saying that, Lin Qingshe stood up, and the water droplets slid down the uneven skin. Wang Fan was also feasting his eyes. Lin Qingshe was also open-minded. She had been seen by Wang Fan these days. There was no need to pretend to be reserved and cover up. I simply warmed myself up casually and put on cashmere clothes when my body was almost dry. The two of them fell into a deep sleep. As for the sheep and rabbits, Wang Fan put them in a simple fence and left them alone overnight. Rare comfort. Weather. Sunny 32 degrees hot day. The planet's rotation is currently normal, and the day duration is 9 hours. It has been detected that the planet is starting to move away from the heat source star, and there are 5 days left until the onset of winter. The temperature will reach -70 degrees by then, and the cold winter is expected to last for 20 days, so please prepare in advance. Why is the temperature so high now that winter is coming? Wang Fan put his hand on his forehead to block the dazzling sunlight, feeling a little confused. It's normal. In fact, the temperature will definitely rise before the cold winter arrives. Don't worry about it. Let's arrange the food rations first. After Lin Qingshe finished speaking, she began to cut down the trees. In the trading market, Lin Qingshe exchanged the drawings for the fence. Most of the blueprints are for daily necessities. Among the blueprints for weapons and armor, the one that currently adds the most blood is the Crazy Outlaw armor. Adding 10 drops of blood is the current limit on the market. As for whether there are higher level things, Lin Qingshe doesn't know. Even if there are, I'm afraid they will cost a lot, or they won't take them out at all, and it would be better to develop them secretly. However, it was Lin Qingshe who remembered that the treasure chest could be exploded by killing monsters. Looking through How to Survive the Death Door world, Lin Qingshe also understood the explanations in it. Survival of the fittest, only the strong will have the opportunity to obtain more resources. The more powerful creatures are killed, the higher the quality of the treasure chests obtained, and the better the things. I see. If you have the ability, you can hunt wild beasts to obtain resources, but it's just too dangerous. Lin Qingshe no longer thought about it and immediately built a fence in the cave to let the goats and rabbits in separately. And Wang Fan also climbed to the top of the cave, about this position. Lin Qingshe walked out and took a look, and felt that the location should be about the same. Yes, let's dig here, and I'll go chop down the trees. All Wang Fan had to do was to dig a few small holes in it so that sunlight could shine in and the stone could be mined, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. After a while, the window was finally opened. Wang Fan was also sweating profusely from the heat, and the same was true for Lin Qingshe. The key to her cashmere clothing was also hot. Wang Fan sat down on the ground in a fit of heat. Oh, it's so hot. I wish I could smoke a whole cigarette, but it's such a pity. Lin Qingshe also couldn't help but sigh. It would be great if I could eat hot pot. Oh, I can cook some mutton and beef. It's so delicious. The two of them also swallowed. The roast rabbit last night tasted pretty good, but it was a pity that they couldn't eat it every time. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.